acclimated as well.
So you mentioned it there, some reinforcements, some new faces. What can we expect from these players?
Yeah, they're going to bring some energy for sure. I mean, Warren has played in the league, so his experience, and then Anthony's another guard that can really help us and, push the ball. So I'm looking for them to really help us on the offensive end.
And how important is this game? You guys are on a 3-game losing streak, unfortunately. How important is this game given the standings?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to break the streak, and then we're at home. I think we really got to defend home court. And then, every game is like a game 7 in this league. Like, you could jump to second, you could jump to last. So we just want to make sure we come out and play our best foot forward.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Bo, back to you.
Thank you, Kavina. Thank you, Coach Small. It is game number 7 for the Alliance tonight. Coming up next, tip-off, CBears Alliance from the Verdun Auditorium. This is CBL Live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CBL Plus.
Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, for that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger, the players got better, the quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian hoops.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're gonna have some high energy and some high flying stuff. This is the trail, this is the real, and all that I gotta say, I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
Sliding away. What a block from behind.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Welcome back to Verdun. Movino Doro, Dwight Walton will call on this Friday night. Dwight, you have ID'd some keys for tonight's games. First off, start off with the visiting Winnipeg CEBLs.
When I say pack the paint, the Alliance haven't proven across the league that they can make shots over the top, particularly from defense. So until they can do that, the CEBLs will pack the paint defensively. Use their size advantage. Having Jeremiah Tillman Jr. and Simon Hildebrandt on the interior along with newly signed Trayvon Scott, Let's see if they can take advantage of that. And on the flip side, offensively for the Alliance, the CEBLs are going to want to force the others, other than Javon Freeman Liberty, to score the basketball.
All right, for the Montreal Alliance, what are the keys to the game if they win number 3 today?
They got to rebound the ball. As I just said, the size quotient for the CEBLs seem to have an advantage coming into this game. Let's see if that can be changed. Offensive flow. Instead of isolating so much offensively, move the ball side to side. Force the CEBLs defensively to be in scramble mode. And at the end of the day, you don't want to leave points on the board. They're one of the worst shooting free throw teams in the league, if not the worst. Make free throws. Give yourself a chance to win in the end.
All right, Dwight, let's take a look at the starting 5 for Winnipeg and Montreal, and we know some familiar faces in the big hitters. Teddy Allen, he's pretty good for the Winnipeg CEBLs.
Not bad, averaging 26 points per game, one of the better scores that we obviously have in the CEBL.
And if you want to circle it as well, Ant Nelson will make his debut as a Montreal Alliance member today. And we talk about Kevin Osawe. Michael Hughes II had a great start to the year. He had a double-double in his first couple of games. Kind of slowed down a little bit. Maybe today against Winnipeg it might change for him.
Once scouting reports get out about you, Mo, in this league, as you know, any league across the world, you're going to have to counter when you're the focal point of an opposition scouting report. So things have gotten around. It's up to those players, as I said, the others, talking about Osawe, Michael Hughes, Quincy Guerrier, Ant Nelson tonight, and the rest of the characters on the Alliance to come through, because you know the defense is going to be centered on Javon Freeman Liberty.
Speaking of those being centered, the key players to the game here started off with Winnipeg's own Teddy Allen, who is a key player to watch out today.
3-level scorer, Teddy Allen. Can score from distance, mid-range, and at the cup. Doesn't matter if he's open or not. He loves the contested jump shot, but of course, you want to make sure you have somebody on him, because if he's open, he is deadly from all over the basketball floor. 27 points per game, almost 50% from the field. He's also assisting the basketball and rebounding the ball at a pretty high clip as well. One of the CEBL's best players, and will always have himself in the MVP conversation.
And finally for the Montreal Alliance, Javon Freeman Liberty, who has been spectacular for the Alliance, who was a great counterpunch to Teddy Allen.
He is the straw that stirs the drink for the Montreal Alliance, averaging 22 points per game at 56% from the field. One of the more efficient players that we have in the league. Also assists, rebounds. He's the do-it-all for the Alliance, and that's why one of the keys coming into this game, the Sea-Bears want to see the others on the Alliance come to the table offensively if they can get a victory tonight.
So last night, Winnipeg played in Ottawa, and they had a relatively easy win. And the highlights from that game was all Sea-Bears. Dwight?
Listen, last night, I'm sure Ottawa is still shell-shocked a bit after what happened. To go into that building, first night of a back-to-back, obviously, they were in fresh, they were motivated, and to come out with a 30-plus point victory in the nation's capital speaks volumes to how dangerous this team can be. They're not known for their strength defensively, but if they can put the ball in the basket continually, as they did last night, that only strengthens them defensively. They got a lot of talent on this team. The Alliance are up to the challenge. They got to come with it on both ends of the floor if they want to win tonight.
Well, Verdun has not been too kind for the Alliance of late. Could they put together a positive momentum going towards the weekend before a road-heavy June begins for them? For the Sea-Bears, they're aiming for the moon as they wait for reinforcements in Xavier Moon. The final result of tonight's game, can they change the tune for the victors here? And this game is brought to you by Spalding, the official game ball of the CEBL. Winnipeg in their beautiful black uniforms with teal white numeral trim, and Montreal in their baby blue uniform with white numeral trim to go on this Friday night.
Pretty good officiating crew tonight. Mo, led by the great Jason Steele.
That remains to be seen, but we'll see about that. And right here, and it will be last touch by who, and just like that, it will be Montreal ball. Montreal go left to right, Winnipeg right to left on your TV screens. Those who are watching CBL Plus, CBC Gem, and YouTube.
Let's see what baseline out of bounds play Jermaine Small and the Alliance have cooked up for the opening possession of this game.
Here's Quincy Guerrier, scoring just under 12 a game this year for the Alliance. Javon Freeman Liberty, he's scoring about 22 a game. Looking to open up his account, and that will not be confirmed. And a rebound for Allen.
Freeman Liberty got tapped on that shot right there. Got to the spot that he wanted to get to. Unfortunate miss for him.
Trey McGowan played at Nebraska Pitt University, scoring about 10.5 points per game for the Sea-Bears. Hildebrand, and he is locked and loaded, and they're off and running.
Hildebrand went into the game against Ottawa last night shooting a paltry 25% from three, but he's continuing his hot shooting from last night with his first tray of this ball game.
Had 19-7 against the Blackjacks. He had 8 against Scarborough earlier this year, and he is off to a flyer. Freeman Liberty, here's Osawe, 5 left in shot clock. Off balance, and we'll go to the line for free throws. And Kevin Osawe had 4 points, but was a minus 16 against Ottawa on Sunday.
That's what you want to see Kevin Osawe and Quincy Guerrier do more of. But here's the replay right here of Osawe ripping and going through from the three-point line, not settling for the three-point shot, creating contact, getting to the free throw line here.
Winnipeg is 2-3 on the road, Dwight, but when you look at the road record, those 3 losses, they have been by 4 points or less this year. So they can easily be 5-0 away from Winnipeg, and they can easily be a lot different with the record is. They could be 7-0 right now than be 2-4-3.
When you have that much offensive power, offensive prowess, Mo, you're always going to keep yourself in games. It's been unkind to them, but they'll definitely continue this momentum over the course of the season.
3-2 lead for the Sea-Bears. Here's McGowan strong, and then we'll go to the free throw line. And he is nice and patient with that build up towards the rim.
Nice early start for the CBears here. McGowan's showing his prowess again, going to the free throw line. Here he is, beating Ant Nelson, the newly acquired Nelson, off the dribble. Too much open space, opened up his hips a little bit too much. McGowan's, again, one of those players that can score from all three levels. Very, very strong when he gets his shoulders past his defender.
Yeah, Ant Nelson played at Seton Hall with a former teammate of Tyrese Samuel, who's playing with the Vancouver Bandits. And they'll have their rendezvous in late July when Vancouver pays a visit to Montreal here.
Let's see how the newly acquired Ant Nelson and Davion Miller, who were acquired, Warren, were acquired this week. Let's see how quickly they can assimilate their talents into this Alliance lineup.
I wonder if Montreal saved them the flights for Warren with Winnipeg playing Ottawa and then Montreal tonight.
Well, you know they did, yes, sir.
Back down low. Here's Osawe faces up against Allen. Using his deltoids, will he get point number 4? On a 1v1, looking for the outlet, and here is Freeman Liberty, 5 left in shot clock. Jab step 3, splash! And we're back to 5-5, 8:35 left.
Javon Freeman Liberty sort of bailing out the Alliance right there, up against the shot clock, sides up to his defender. Nice shot from distance.
He is definitely a dynamite for this team, and Montreal now in parity 5-5. Hillebrand fouled by Hughes the second. The second team foul on the Alliance. And here is the highlight 3 from Freeman Liberty.
As has been the trend early in the season for the Alliance, Kevin Osawe having a baseline cut, didn't like what he had offensively, found Javon Freeman Liberty, who sized up his defender and bailed him out with the long distance 3.
Freeman Liberty, a real technician with the ball in his hands. Here is McGowan, who was a technician himself. Trying to get through and slither his way up. The twist and turn, looking, waiting, positive movement, denied by Hughes second. And Gurry is fouled by Hildebrandt. And that will be the second team foul on Winnipeg.
McGowan's got himself 2 feet in the paint, but excellent discipline from Michael Hughes, standing his ground, not going for the pump fake, having a nice block defensively. The Alliance going the other way. Offense, there it is right there. Staying down, staying away from the contact.
Nelson. Open space, Gurrier. Option B. Here's Osawe's 3. Cash, money.
You know that has to feel good for Osawe, knocking that shot down from 3.
Montreal was 8-25 against Bradford to make about 7 a game. And here they are twisting and turning. And Gurrier with the body check, and we're going the other way. And unfortunately for Quincy Gurrier, his first personal of the day.
As is the case now with the block charge call, it doesn't matter if you have your feet set, as long as you take the contact square in the chest, the defender will get the benefit of the doubt right there, benefit of the call, as we see Guerrier lowering his shoulder, but the defender definitely beat him to the spot. Correct call from the officials. The CEBLs going the other way.
Not mapped out properly for Quincy Guerrier. 3 team fouls in Montreal, 2 on Winnipeg, 7:35 left, 8-5 lead for Montreal over the CEBLs.
Definitely key tonight is going to be the inside play of both teams.
Allen, he is definitely a key player. Not that time. And here comes Freeman Liberty, 3-on-3 for the Alliance. And option A pass going the other way for Teddy Allen and the CEBLs. Allen dancing over Hughes second. The pump back, the forensic finish by Hillebrand, point number 5 for the CEBLs.
That's what the CEBLs want to do. They want to get out in transition, get early offense. They never want to play against a set defense. Right there, Hildebrandt using his size to his advantage with the tap in.
8-7 lead for the Lions, 7 minutes left in this first quarter of play. Hughes second, ISO'd with Hildebrandt. Freeman Liberty. And that's off the heel. And a rebound right back to Hughes second, taken away by Allen, 1 player to beat. And Teddy Allen with the layup, and he gets his first 2 points a game. Very nerveless on that finish.
Teddy Allen is such a confident scorer. He wasn't even worried about his defender. Nice finish in the open floor.
Nelson. Big versus small against Hillebrand. The lefty. And that is screwed by him.
You know that has to feel good for Ant Nelson in his first game, taking his first shot. So far, so good in the CEBL.
Cutting through, up and over, and a whistle and a foul, and going to the line will be the CEBLs coming up here. Jeremiah Tillman Jr. will be up to the line coming up for the Winnipeg team.
Tillman with the dive to the basket, taking the pass right there from Armani Chaney. Quincy Guerrier feels he didn't make much contact. The official made the call anyways. Let's see if 2 free throws here could be made by Tillman Jr.
Yeah, Tillman Jr. has 4 games with 13 points or more this year. Had 24 points earlier this year. Had 18 against Brampton and 13 to win over Ottawa. I think he has a taste for the basket right at times.
Oh, without question. I love the inside tandem of Hildebrand and Tillman Jr. They really feed off each other well. I think it's a very good combination. With the ability of Hildebrand to knock down shots from distance, it allows Tillman Jr. to operate most of the time one-on-one against his defender.
Well, they had 40 points in the paint last night against Ottawa, so the colossal connection of names out there definitely are a key factor for those two guys out there.
The newly acquired Trevin Scott coming in this right now for Tillman Jr. Coach Reynolds loves the versatility and the depth he has at the forward position.
This CEBL game is presented by Lotto Max, and here are the Sea Bears who have won that lottery on that defending here. Can you get the lead back? Hildebrand on the save. Back over it comes, open three from the flats. And that is a push, and we're going the other way. And Hildebrand, I believe, his second personal foul, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter of play.
Well, you can tell here, Mo, that the game plan for the Sea Bears is to take advantage of their size. Once that ball goes up on the offensive glass, there's like 4 or 5 guys crashing, not really concerned with having more balance getting back defensively, but they understand they want to make sure that the Alliance rebound all of their chances, not to give them second chance opportunities.
I'll ask you after this play, how does Winnipeg survive without Emmanuel Acott not being in the lineup? But right now the Alliance trying to get back the lead. Here comes the Alliance, and unfortunately for Warren, he got impeded, and this will be a whistle, and this will be a foul on the Sea Bears with 5:48 left. So Acott, how do they do that with Acott in terms of what he has to do? And you see the replay here on the Warren finish.
Nice dribble handoff right there between Ben Stevens and the newly acquired Devion Warren. Too bad he didn't understand the whistle and get the shot at the basket.
Stevens, Freeman Liberty, and we're seeing a lot of ticklish fouls being applied against Winnipeg. That is now their 15th foul for Montreal in this first 5.5 minutes of play.
So already now for the rest of this first quarter, the Alliance are going to be in the penalty. One of the keys coming into this game, as I said, was going to be the free throw shooting. If they need to improve, if they want to give themselves a chance to win in the end, just improve the percentage. Give yourself a chance at the free throw line.
So Acott,
yes,
we finally get to Emmanuel Acott after some delays. How do they survive without one of the big hitters not on the court? Because he scores 10 in the game, 45% from 3. Yep. He is a key player, a maestro of this offense.
Brings athleticism as well. But you know how the CEBL is, Mo. There's so much roster turnover through this sprint of a season. So it's basically, for Coach Reynolds in Winnipeg, it's the next man up mentality. Let's see if the length of that bench for the Sea Bears can do its job.
Here's the accelerator. And that time with Mark. Recovered by the Sea Bears. Scott with the hammer. And back to 12-12.
Early so far in this game for Javon Freeman Liberty. He's got two turnovers and an unkind bounce right there as the ball slips through his hands on a defensive rebound.
Stevens. Nowhere to go yet. Allen on him. Here's Warren back with it. And he loves playing in Verdun. Had a great game with Empton years ago. And you see why. His shape wasn't right, but the control and mastery was. And they're back up by 2. Backdoor Scott on the byline. His jumper. Rebound right back to Picard.
Devion Warren with the Donovan Mitchell type scoop over the top for his first hoop of the night.
And back over to Winnipeg it comes. 4:54 left, and back in the hands it is towards the Montreal Lions. Stevens, Bukar, 3-on-2 for the Alliance. Osawe weighing the options and will await for the formation to settle in. Osawe backing up now, working his way through, well defended, quick hands, recovered by the Sea Bears. Here's Allen. Will he go for goal? And that will be a whistle. That will stop play. Freeman Liberty on the foul. 4:33 left in this first quarter of play. You're watching CBL Basketball Live on CBC Gem, YouTube, CBL Plus, and listening on TSN 690. We're halfway through. Montreal is up by 2. It's been a lot of fouls so far this first quarter of play. We'll see how this plays out now to move towards the final 5 minutes of this first quarter. Could Montreal get win number 3? Or will Winnipeg go 5-3? Stay tuned.
Crystal Glass introduced our residential window line this past year, it was essential to manufacture them locally.
Crystal Glass has always been a proudly Canadian company.
We employ Canadians, we serve Canadians, and we are Canadians. So you know our windows are designed and built for our climate.
And since we've been the clear choice for glass for over 75 years, you can trust our quality and service.
Visit one of our over 50 locations across Western Canada or at crystalglass.ca. Financing is now available.
Welcome back here. Let's go to Kubino Dora with the sideline report.
So, Mo, I was standing behind the bench for the Montreal Alliance, and I was listening into what Coach Jermaine Small was talking about. He was talking about winning the battle on the boards and securing those loose balls, but making sure that you don't just dribble it and go. You secure it, and then you attack. So he wants them to win those battles and secure the ball. Mo?
Well, right now it's a 4-3 lead for the rebounding, so really not much of an edge so far in the rebounding department for Montreal.
No, but the thing is, one of the keys coming into the game was the size advantage and the rebounding opportunities that the Sea-Bears feel they're going to have throughout this game. It's paramount that the Alliance end all defensive possessions by securing the defensive rebound. You don't want to give a high-powered offense like the Sea-Bears any second-chance opportunities on top of what they already do, whether it be in the half-court or in transition.
And thank you to Kubino for that update. And don't forget, follow at CEB League on all social platforms to stay up to date on stats, storylines, and more from all 10 teams in Canada's Pro Basketball League. And right now for the Montreal Lions, they're holding on to a 1-point lead, making it a 14-14 game. And you talk about the creator-in-chief, Teddy Allen. He is definitely worth the box office price admission.
What do great scorers always do besides putting the ball in the basket? They get themselves to the free throw line. Teddy Allen with 2 right there.
There's Johnson on the interplay, trying to find Nelson in the open area. Boucard has yet to hit a 3 this season. Working his way through, well defended, and a foul on Teddy Allen, and that will be free throws for the Alliance with 4:13 left.
Guillaume Boucard, as you said, Mo, is having issues shooting the ball from distance, but right here he found a matchup against Teddy Allen that he felt comfortable with. Teddy Allen was pretty clean up top, but definitely got him down low with the body. Guillaume Boucard simply wants to see the ball go into the basket so he can gain some confidence. Let's see if he can start right here with a couple of free throws.
Yeah, Boucard is 0-12 for three-point range this season. Has come off the bench this year at 3 points and 6 rebounds in the loss on Sunday to Ottawa. And we'll see now what he can do. He's actually not that far away from 500 career rebounds.
Top 5 all time.
Yes.
In the league, I believe he's one rebound tonight. I think from being six. What did I forget? 6. That is correct.
Something along those lines.
Yes.
And Teddy Allen, if he gets 8 dimes, would have 200 in his career. And if he gets 16 rebounds, 250 rebounds in his career.
Some milestones that could be achieved tonight. Let's wait and see.
I wonder if they will stop the game for those milestones. So here is Cross with it against Johnson. Looking for the backdoor cut, and that's going towards Brandon Manitoba. That's kicked away, and that will go out of play. Last touch by Walker or by Johnson. And with 3:56 left, the shot clock will be down to 14.
Good start defensively right there for Trent Johnson. Here he is sizing up Krause defensively, getting his hand, using his length, creating the turnover right there. I think Coach Small is going to give Trent Johnson a little bit more playing time, seeing how the Alliance have been having issues scoring the basketball, in particular from downtown, from distance.
Sorry, right, Montreal's 4-6 from the field, and here is Johnson, and they're 4-7. The rebound right back over to the Sea-Bears.
A good shot by Johnson, unfortunate there with the miss.
McGowan's coast to coast and 1. He makes it look so easy with that electric start of his, and he comes up smooth.
What he may lack in size, he definitely has strength in the lower body, taking the contact here. Here we see McGowan's on full display in transition, taking the contact right there from Guillaume Boucard or Ben Stevens. Whoever the case, nice strong finish with the left hand in transition, going to the line for the possible 3-point play.
You talk about efficiency, 19 points in 22 minutes against Ottawa.
He was terrific last night, this year. Yep.
Established. In 3 games with 12 points or more this year. Had 14 against Sask and 12 assists against the Brampton Honey Badgers.
Teddy Allen said it in his post-game presser last night. Even if he's not scoring the basketball, he has the utmost confidence in the rest of his teammates to pick up the slack offensively. McGowan's is one of those players.
You know you're cool when you're wearing 2 different colored shoes, of course. It's like the it's like the cookie in the Seinfeld episode.
That's right.
That's what it is.
But you know what? If you guys, for the old school people out there, Billy Crystal, you know what he said? It's better to look good than to feel good. So I think that's the case right here with McGowan's and the two sneakers.
Well, hopefully for McGowan's doesn't have an upset stomach like Jerry did in that episode.
That's right.
Cal Tire, proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have a peace of mind with Cal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at caltire.com. So Dwight, right now, we're grinding away towards 7 minutes in this first quarter. Tail of the tape, who's got the edge right now?
Well, right now, what's a good sign for the Alliance, they're making their free throws, which has helped them get this 1-point lead. But both teams got to take care of the basketball and have more fluidity offensively.
And that wasn't fluid. And that will be a whistle, and that will be a foul with 3:22 left. Montreal made 12-15 against the Honey Badgers, which is their best effort so far. But again, the replay here on what McGowan's did for the CEBL.
There's McGowan. Once again, defenders on the Alliance have to do a much better job of keeping their man in front. Stop getting beat off the dribble. Stop opening up your hips so much to you may want to shade your offensive player into the help, but just don't give them a free lane the way Davion Warren right there gave McGowan's the chance to score the basketball. McGowan's off to a great start early offensively. He's really feeling good about himself early on in this first quarter.
Winnipeg shoots about 82% from the line. Number 2 in the league. They shot 87% against Ottawa, and you cannot put this team at the line because they will kill you at the free throw line.
Well, they're averaging close to 100 points per game. Of course, the great free throw percentage will always help that out.
Salway against Cross. The pirouette, the right, and another whistle, another foul. We might be here till midnight, by the way. The foul total going for both teams.
Well, one of the strengths for Small and the Alliance is to get Kevin Osawe the basketball in the Dirk spot / nail opportunity right here. He sizes up Krause, who's a smaller defender. Definitely some hip action right there by Krause. And Osawe, getting the benefit of the doubt from the official, goes to the line for 2.
Montreal lifetime is 2-3 against Winnipeg. They went 0-2 last year against the CEBLs. They're 2-1 at home against Winnipeg, so they do have that on their side against them. And Mike Rambo, we know about him very well, coaching the University of Winnipeg basketball team. And
very, very, very enthusiastic.
Yes, he is.
On the sideline.
Yes, he is. And speaking to our good friend, Joey Slattery.
Yes.
He said it briefly, right? This team has embodied his attitude. Don't
Without
give.
question.
And I'm using this AF about anyone else in the league.
That's right. Without question.
And without question, McGowan's is having a field day and has enjoyed his time in Montreal with another basket to his name.
That definitely has to be addressed by Coach Small of the Alliance. McGowan's is feeling way too comfortable early on in this game.
The pirouette, well defended by Winnipeg.
Good move there by Warren. Unfortunate with the miss.
McGowan's, that's deflected away. Kept up, and Scott's jumper. Angle wasn't perfect, rebound Osawe. And you talk about this team right now for Winnipeg. They're chasing the Bandits from the corner pocket. And the idea was there, but the execution was not for Warren.
Good ball movement right there. Air ball for Warren.
And that was an air ball transition move by Tillman Jr., and they punched him with a 5-point swing.
What tends to happen when you take a shot from distance from the corner, it gives the offensive team advantage in the offensive end in transition. Right there, Tillman Jr. with the finish.
23-19, Nelson. Rebound right back to McGowan, who's been everywhere at both ends of the court today.
The ball is starting to stick, and there's one passing shot for the Alliance. Not a good sign against the Sea-Bears.
McGowan, the ability. Here's the pass. Tillman Jr., byline. The imagination confirmed. And a timeout called off that finish by Bilomu, and that will stop with 1:47 left. 25-19 lead for Winnipeg. And right now, Dwight, they have run right on the Alliance the last few minutes of play.
There's McGowan's finding Tillman Jr. Now comes with a three-point line. Nice little pocket pass right there for the finish with Nathan Bilomu with a nice layup right there.
Yeah, Bilomu with that finish right there with 1:47 left. Winnipeg is up by 6. So a lapse of concentration for the Alliance now, Dwight. What's got to change for them as they chase the CEBLs in this matchup?
Well, early on in the ball game, they were passing the ball side to side. They were getting good shots. This is one of the key in talking about have a better offensive flow. If you're isolating, if it's one passing shot, it's easy for the defense to defend, finishing off the possession, getting a rebound, and getting out in transition. The last several possessions for the Alliance have spoken to that. You cannot afford any opportunities to a team that scores close to 100 points per game. Easy opportunities at the basket. All that's going to do is feed them more confidence and put a team that has trouble scoring the basketball already in the alliance behind the 8 ball as we go on to this game.
Right now, Trey McGowan has had a stormer, 9 points in that first quarter play. He has not been stopped so far. And for this Alliance team, what they can do, I know Nelson trying to immerse himself along with Warren into the lineup. It's tough to bring in not one but 2 parts on 1 day of practice to kind of get themselves acclimatized with this roster of the Montreal Lions.
Well, the Alliance may have improved the talent quotient of the roster, but again, to your point, Mo, having 1 day of practice is kind of hard. It's difficult to assimilate 2 new players into a lineup. They're trying to do right by the team, but at the same time, you don't want to tell them not to be themselves. So far right now, you got to see much improvement on that end.
Nelson out there with Hughes II, Osawe, Freeman Liberty, and Boucard. Gurry on 2 personal fouls in this first quarter. Here's Allen guarding Boucard. In for the 2, and a moment of magic by Guillaume Boucard.
Nice rip move right there off the pass from Javon Freeman Liberty.
Scott denied. And this is a marché, and we go the other way. So Hillebrand, Scott, along with McGowan, Allen, and coming up there as well is Bilamou.
Nice move initially by Boucard on the baseline with the rip swing to the baseline, and then good transition defense on the other end. Vertical defense forcing a turnover for the Alliance.
Is this a gamble to bring Gurrier back in with 2 fouls late in the first quarter?
Well, that's just Coach Small putting confidence in an experienced player, hoping that he doesn't commit that 3rd foul.
Back over it comes to Freeman Liberty. Here is Nelson. And a close watch. Back out to Gurrier against Hillebrand. Both players with 2 personal fouls. And that time, well defended by Hillebrand. And there is a stoppage in play. And Hillebrand, unfortunately, is on his knees right now. And they can ill afford to lose another big man on this road trip.
Well, with the injury to Filowich from last night, and I spoke with him before the ball game, he is in protocol, but he is feeling better. He understands that he has to sit out, but he is feeling better. But you don't want to lose Hillebrand, one of the better Canadian forwards that we have in the league, to an injury. And it's good, right? I'm sure Coach Reynolds right now feels good that he's up and moving and not injured. Quincy Guerrier right there with the miss. Got away with the foul, I believe. It could have been his 3rd foul.
And it appears he got hit in the kisser.
Yes, he did. And like I said, it could have been his 3rd foul, talking about Quincy Guerrier.
A minute left in this first quarter. 25-21 lead for Winnipeg over Montreal. Here's Scott. Here is Allen around Osawe. And back out to McGowan. And here is Allen with the interplay. Allen's 3. Rebound right back over to the Alliance. And with it is Freeman Liberty with 42 seconds left in this quarter of play. Freeman Liberty. Whistle and a foul on McGowan's. And Dwight, those personal foul numbers are starting to really build up here. Both teams have now combined for a total of 16 in the first quarter alone.
Well, both teams are attacking the basket. This is what they want to do. Both teams want to live in the paint. There's Freeman Liberty taking McGowan's. What he's been doing on one end, Javon Freeman Liberty decided to do the same thing to him, causing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Or in the police word, it is called quota. Trying to get the quotas up for foul calls.
That is correct. But again, the good thing for the Alliance tonight is that they are making their free throws. This is how you stay in games. This is how you give yourself a chance to win. And it also gives yourself a chance to set your defense up and have balance rather than being in transition most of the night.
Montreal now is 10 of 12 from the line, and Winnipeg is 8 of 9 from the line. So both teams shooting the ball well from the stripe. 32 seconds left in this first quarter, 3-point lead for the Seabears. Here is Cheney with it. Scott. Walker. Can he get going in this quarter play? Walker, Sky, denied. And that is saved by Osawe. And with it is Montreal. 16 left in the game clock. Transition, Gurrier! Hammer blow.
Excellent sequence right there for the newly acquired Ant Nelson. Gets the block on one end. Nice bounce pass to a streaking Quincy Guerrier for the one-handed flush.
At the deck. And at the end of one, Winnipeg 25, Montreal 24. It's not reached the boiling point yet, but it showed some signs of this game picking up here. You're watching CBL Live on TSN 690, CBC Gem, YouTube, and CBL Plus from Verdun, Quebec. Stay tuned.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win.
You gotta love a Canadian goose.
Two hands. Oh, what a block from behind.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Welcome back. Let's go down to Auditorium with a special guest from the Montreal Roses.
Yeah, Mo, I'm here with the sporting director for the Montreal Roses, Marinette. How is the season going for you guys? You guys are first place in the NSL. How are things looking?
Well, so far we're doing good. We did have a couple of players from last year, so the level we elevate the standard. We're doing good, but we know it's a long, very long season. We still to have a couple games in front of us, and we need to continue to perform.
But for now, being first in the NSL, how does that feel?
Of course, it feels great. Like it's a great position to be first and running in as a leader. But we know that everybody want to beat us. Every time you go somewhere, every time you have a game, you know that they are so happy to beat the Roses. So that was the case against Vancouver. So now we are ready to go back and play against Toronto, who was the next opponent. But it's still good.
And today you decided to come watch basketball. Why is that?
Just because my wife used to play with the French national team in wheelchair. I really love sports. So today, it's for me, it's very cool to be there and support the Alliance team.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Back to you, Mo.
Thank you so much, Gabina. Thank you so much to Marinette Pichon. The Roses are off to a flyer.
Yes, they are.
And they have dominated the NSL so far. Early days then, but right now, Dwight, early days here. Winnipeg's up by a score 25-24. What's the key for Winnipeg and for Montreal in the second quarter play?
Well, good initial possession defensively by the Alliance, trying to continue the momentum that they had with the quarter-ending dunk off of Quince Guerrier. Let's see if they can continue.
Boucard on the twist, well defended, out of bounds. Allen last touching that ball.
You can see Coach Small of the Alliance is trying to get Guillaume Boucard some confidence offensively. Called the play right there, got him the ball at the Nowitzki spot. Nice spin move, but better defensive hands from Teddy Allen right there.
Back to live action we go. Guerrier, no look. The dips and tricks of Quincy Guerrier to Kevin Osaway, and Montreal back up one. Allen, acrobatic and emphatic, and Winnipeg back up one.
I wanted to say nice high-low action between Guerrier and Osaway, but even better finish right there from Teddy Allen.
And Boucard is now 0-13 from three. A reload, Boucard looking, and backdoor out to Freeman Liberty again. 8 left the shot clock for the Alliance as they slow down. Boucard negotiating, authoring, and he gets his two. The Mozart of basketball for Guillaume Boucard.
Guillaume Boucard knows that he's 0-13 on the season from downtown, right there, putting the ball on the deck. 2-foot stop, nice right-handed finish.
28-27 lead, 8:42 left this first half play. Guina Doro, Dwight Walton, Mo Khan. Bilamou. And this is the last touch by the Alliance. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. And look at the plethora of scores that we'll have here, Dwight. We went from one end to the other end.
Here's the high-low action right there between Quincy Guerrier and Kevin Osaway. Nice dish inside. Osaway with the finish. Then Teddy Allen on the very next possession in transition with the reverse scoop. And then Guillaume Boucard putting the ball on the floor. And nice, strong right-handed finish for him.
Allen missed 3. Here's Nelson, blocked off by Cross. Giveaway. Bilamou back with it. It's a 4-on-3 for the Seabears. Open from the flats. And a rebound snatched by Allen. And that is a cleanup, and now 6 by number 8.
You can tell Teddy Allen has the mentality of a scorer. He's not just a guy that wants to show off his offensive repertoire. He'll get down and dirty on the interior. Offensive glass finish right there for him.
Freeman Liberty back with it. Face to face, trying to work his way around Cheney. byline. And the hammer dunk again in the blink of an eye. It's Freeman Liberty to Guerrier.
Freeman Liberty sizing up Armani on the baseline right there, finds a cutting Quincy Guerrier for the two-handed flush.
Bilimu on the twist. Beautiful pirouette by him on the smooth finish.
Right now, both teams are feeling too comfortable offensively. It's basically, what can you do on one end? We can do better.
Well, shockingly, there's no fouls called yet. Here is Boucard against Cross, up and over, denied by Cross. And this goes out of bounds. This remains Montreal ball with 7:31 left, 11 seconds left in the shot clock.
Here's the play right here for the Alliance offensively. It was Javon Freeman Liberty taking Armani baseline, finding a streaking Quincy Guerrier. Teddy Allen lost his man, allowing Guerrier with a two-handed finish.
Good news for the Seabears. Hildebrandt is back in. He brings that attacking flair and ability for the Seabears on the court. 11 left of the shot clock. Freeman Liberty on the end line. A congestion of bias in the paint for both teams. And Freeman Liberty will have to get this off. He does so Sawe. Guerrier on the protractor against Tillman Jr. Strong. And that was a bit ambitious by Guerrier.
Tillman Jr. with the good defense, good vertical defense.
Bilimu, and that ball is sent towards Flintpon. And this goes back over to Montreal.
So far for Guillaume Boucard early in his stint on the floor. He has put the ball in the basket, but I like the energy and the activity he has brought defensively. He's always been known as a very good defensive player. He's definitely showing that prowess so far with his minutes in this game.
New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL and all 10 of its teams. From coast to coast, pick up your official replica uniforms now by visiting CEBL.ca. And with it is Boucard. Huge second, quiet start for him, trying to direct traffic for the Alliance. Boucard, he's been getting more touches of late. Osawa with 5 left in the shot clock, inside 17. And a rebound for Teddy Allen again, give it away. Boucard going up, looking, kicking. Warren's three. Cash money.
You definitely know that feels good for Davion Warren. His last shot from that spot didn't catch anything on the rim. Right there, splash, short corner three.
And Boucard did the heavy lifting, and Warren had the easy bite of the cookie. And you see now this transition play for Montreal, Dwight, on that replay. It was Boucard who found the right pass.
Well, the Seabears right here. Teddy Allen with the transition turnover opportunity right there. Guillaume Boucard finding Warren in the corner. As I said, his first three from that spot found nothing but air. That time, cash money, short corner.
Montreal by 8 steals a game this year. Here's Allen, and he won't steal that ball away from him. Another 2-pointer for Teddy Allen. He's up now to 8 points.
Because Teddy Allen can shoot the ball from distance, Mo. Pretty easy pickings right there. Takes his time, love his composure offensively.
And Freeman Liberty went Christian Okoye in that as he sent Amara Cheney to the ground, and he was sliding towards Saskatchewan.
Here's Freeman Liberty. Once again, you don't have to be set. As long as you take the contact, square in the chest. Also, Freeman Liberty, if it just used his shoulder for the contact, he would have got the blocking foul, but the left arm extension forces the referee to call an offensive foul.
Yeah, the sensory collision was on, but not in the right time. Hildebrandt with his collision course on, and he comes up with the 2.
With Hildebrandt's ability to shoot the ball from distance, Michael Hughes II closed out too strong. Hildebrandt with the advantage.
7 for him. Boucard 0-13 from 3. Watch closely on the switch of play. Here is Warren. Hughes second in the post. Warren losing that for the moment with Cheney on his left hip pocket. Warren slashing. Warren baseline. And a rebound for Scott. And into the hands of Hildebrandt it goes.
Right idea from Warren. Unlucky with the finish.
And that is sent to James Bay off the miscue by the Seabears. And that is turnover number 8 for them in Dwight. This is a team that plays rather clean in possession, only 13 a game this year, and right now it's been a bit twitchy for the Seabears of late.
Well, the Seabears, again, when you score the basketball at that rate, as I mentioned, close to 100 points per game, you're doing a pretty good job of, at the very least, getting a shot on goal. That speaks to the 13 turnovers average for the Seabears per game.
Winnipeg shooting 47% today. Nelson opens up his account with his first 2 in this quarter of play. Timeout called by Winnipeg. They want to talk about it. 35-35 game here from Verdun. You're watching CBL Basketball Live on CBL Plus, YouTube, CBL, and listening to TSN 690. Montreal on a run of points now. We're back to 35 apiece here. What will be in the bag of tricks for Winnipeg? Stay tuned for Verdun, Quebec. Kubina Doro, Dwight Walton, Mo Khan on this Friday night.
redtag.ca.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Welcome back. Let's go down to Kubina Doro with the Silent Reports.
So, Mo, I was behind the Winnipeg coach's bench this time, and Coach Mike was talking to his team and telling his team that they need to play better defensively and be more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball. That's why he took the timeout, so he can relay that message to them. Mo?
Thank you so much, Kubina. And you have to think now much to consider for Winnipeg because they need to kind of get themselves batting down the hatches against this Montreal team.
Not only was that the message in Coach Rainbow's huddle, I'm sure Jermaine Small for the Alliance was saying the exact same thing. Right now, both teams seem to be able to get 2 feet in the paint and finish at the goal. Let's see which team could improve defensively over the course of the game.
Allen, Boucard will babysit him step for step. Cutting through. Beautiful pass. The arch and crash. Bielamu on the finish and the back up by 2.
Miscommunication there defensively for sure. All eyes were on Teddy Allen. Finds a cutting Bielamu for the easy deuce.
Warren. And cleaned up by Hillebrand. 4:54 left in this first half play. Teddy Allen back with it. Scott looking for the pick. Dancing around on the switch. Trent Johnson on him. Allen, the veteran. Johnson, the rookie. Allen. And he will go to the free throw line coming up here. And it's the old adage, you reach, I teach. And Allen gave him a Harvard education on that.
Also, Allen saw that he had the rookie Trent Johnson on him. Definitely wanted to take his time. Love the composure that Teddy Allen has as an offensive threat. Definitely felt that he had the advantage. Johnson beat him to the spot, but his arms came down. And Teddy Allen, being the smart offensive player that he is, created the contact at the line right now for 2 free throws.
Allen right now on 11 points for today's game against the Alliance. In fact, Winnipeg will be off until next Friday when they're home to Calgary. So Joey Slattery will have a nice week off from broadcasting, and we don't. We got 2 games next 4 or 5 days.
Well, this is the final game of a road trip. Let's see if they can end strong on this road trip here.
Guerrier's very strong on that, and now they're down by 2.
Quincy Guerrier has seen the ball go in the basket at the rim. Let's see if it will continue offensively to where he can spread his offense around the floor.
Bielamu back with it. Watched by Nelson. Allen on the turn. Boucard on him. 10 left in the shot clock for the Seabears. Hillebrand, sidecar pass. Allen, 5 left in the shot clock for 3. And right now it's not been his day. Johnson is on his horse. And he finds the right pass. And the finish is going to be a foul instead. And you talk about the trust that they have in Trent Johnson, and he found the right play.
The rookie showed excellent patience right there. Got slowing down in transition. There's Trent Johnson finding Quincy Guerrier. Got his man up in the air and creates contact from Trey Scott. Let's go to the line here for 2 free throws. This has been an issue all season now for Guerrier at the free throw line, but he scored the ball early. Let's see if he can translate to the free throw line.
And he scores on that free throw. He's shooting 31% from the line this year. This is a Montreal team that makes about 12 free throws a game, Dwight.
What's the percentage?
And congratulations, they're at 11 right now.
Which is great.
Which is huge.
There it is, 1 for 2 for Quincy Guerrier at the free throw line. Definitely needs to, as much as he goes to the basket, he definitely has to improve his percentage if he wants to score the basketball more.
South of 4, 1 point lead for Winnipeg. Gives Hillebrand against Boucard on the elbow. Back it comes towards Cheney. Hillebrand, open 3. And right now, Winnipeg has not hit the 3-point ball as well. They're now 1 of 10, Dwight. In fact, yesterday against Ottawa, Dwight, they were masterclass from long range, 18 of 34 over the Blackjacks.
Well, that definitely contributed to the 117 points they scored last night in the nation's capital. So far, they're not up to that level to see what happens.
And right now, they're not up to any level of three-point shooting. Here's the long pass up ahead. Warren cherry-picking his way through, stopping, looking, hesitating, in for two, and plenty of adventure from Davion Warren.
Excellent rebound by Quincy Guerrier. Found Davion Warren in transition. Now we got two birds to go up in the air, finishing softly with the layup.
Cheney, teardrop, smooth.
All guards his size need to have that shot in their repertoire. Cheney with the nice floater over the top.
Nelson back with the Cheney on him. Open from the 45. Guerrier attacking, kicking. Nelson byline. Jab step. And here is Boucard from the corner pocket. He's 0-14 from long range.
Trent Johnson was open that entire time behind the three-point line. Too bad the Alliance couldn't find him for the three.
2:45 left. Cheney. And another rebound for Warren. Another pass up ahead. Here's Nelson eyeing it through for the touchdown. And a timeout call by Winnipeg. And Montreal back in the pole position again. 42-41. What's got to change for Winnipeg going to the final 2:38, Dwight?
Well, I think that the Alliance right now are doing a better job defensively. They're finishing possessions by getting the defensive rebound, which is giving them opportunities in transition. There was the long pass to Ant Nelson, who smartly put the ball out of his left hand into his right to avoid the block shot right there from Balamu, forcing Coach Reynolds for the Sea-Bears to call a timeout so they can regroup.
Max now gives you even more chances to win with the new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket now. Must be 18 and over. And at halftime, the CDIC Top Defensive Plays of the Month. Corbino will interview Winnipeg Sea-Bears head coach Mike Rambo. And the first half stats and Dwight's players to watch for the second half. And right now, this game is must watch. It's a 42-41 lead for Montreal over Winnipeg. 2:38 left here in this first half. Corbino, Doro, Dwight Walton, Mo Khan on this Friday night. And Dwight, right now, Winnipeg shooting 50% from the field, as is Montreal. But again, the talking point for Winnipeg, only 9% from long range. 1 of 11. They make about 11 threes per game. So they're well off the mark today.
Well, the statistics are pretty evenly matched across the board, as it shows on the scoreboard right here, with the Alliance up by 1 with 2.5 to go here before halftime. But again, I think both teams are still trying to find themselves defensively. They are getting shots on goal, but I think transition defense has been an issue for both teams tonight. But again, it's only a 1-point differential. The statistics across the board are pretty even right now.
Much to consider going towards the second half. 1-point lead, game in the balance, plenty of jeopardy and twitch to go. Here is Trayvon Scott looking for the outlet. There's a whistle. We're going the other way. And it appears Tillman Jr. was the culprit, guilty by the referee's viewpoint.
Tillman Jr. right there felt that he was being grabbed defensively, but the head official tonight, Jason Steele, saw something different from Tillman Jr., who used the chicken wing in the head area of his defender, forcing Tillman Jr. to go to the bench before halftime right here. Let's see if the Alliance could take advantage with Tillman Jr. being on the bench
right now.
until the half.
Montreal's +9 in bench points, 13-4 against Winnipeg, which is a surprise.
Very good sign.
The pirouette, too strong. That was not a good sign for Gurry. That goes out of bounds. And to my point, though, Winnipeg loves the bench points. They had 34 last night against Ottawa. Tonight, nowhere near their mark against the Alliance.
Well, again, it is the second night of a back-to-back. We still have 2 minutes before halftime here and an entire second half. That statistic could change, but so far, the Alliance doing very good as far as the others as one of the keys coming into the game tonight.
Well, I did take the day off from the gym, so, load management today for me with workouts.
That's right.
Villeneuve back with it. Watch by Nelson. 8 left in the shot clock. Inside 2. Allen. Looking for the outlet. Boucard on his right to left hip pocket. Allen, whistle. And went from a cul-de-sac to now free throws for Teddy Allen. And you talk about what he is one of those guys that can reach the summit of anything and be magical.
Here's Boucard. There's Kevin Osari right there. Here's Teddy Allen sizing up his man, Guillaume Boucard, at the end of the possession. What's great about Teddy Allen is that with the shot clock going down, he's a player you can give the basketball to. He's going to make something happen. He's going to get a shot on goal, whether he makes it or not. He's also good enough and crafty enough to create contact to get to the free throw line, which allows the Sea-Bears to set themselves up defensively and not get beat in transition.
Allen on 13 points so far in this game. He's 5 of 5 from the line. Winnipeg 11 of 12 from the line. 12 of 13 from the line. And again, this is a Winnipeg team that makes about 82%. They make about 16 free throws, which might be a good sign because already now, Dwight, they're at 11 made free throws in this game.
And here we see Jalen Anderson getting his first action of the night here with the last minute and a half to go in the first half. Let's see if he can contribute for the Alliance.
Warren, Gurrier, kick out, Anderson's three, right on cue.
On cue right there, Mo, comes off the bench. You know, that feels good. Sort of lost in the rotation with the acquisitions. Anderson with the corner three to give the Alliance a lead.
2-point lead for the Alliance. Here is Cross with it. Allen, he's been the conductor so far, the maestro. Allen, simply sumptuous. And you talk about the pace and flair, he's got both of those going today.
Composure, going to his right, going to his left. Too good of a score.
Allen comes back with his left-handed move. Giveaway. Gurrier, a 4-point, 2-possession turnover.
Davion Warren right there with the steal, with the finish. Nice sequence right there for the Alliance.
Allen, whistle, foul. And Teddy Allen, he is definitely using the dark arts of basketball with the ball in his hands, the way he's been able to maneuver around and hear the pantomime reaction from the crowd today.
But you know what, Mo? Whether the crowd, whether the Alliance agree with the call. Here we're going to see a replay right here. There's Ant Nelson with the steal, Quincy Guerrier with the finish. But what I was going to say here, whether the crowd of the Alliance agree with the call or not, when you're as great a scorer as Teddy Allen is, more often than not, the offensive player, as good as he is going to get the benefit of the doubt and the whistle from the officials.
And a rare miss for Teddy Allen from the line. This is a young man who hits about 89% from the line this year, Dwight, and you jinxed him on that.
You know what?
Roses being thrown at him.
He doesn't need any help from me. He's allowed to miss. He is human. He's going to put the ball in the basket. His job is to put the ball in the basket. He'll get that done for the Sea-Bears all season long.
So you're telling me that prime Dwight Walton would be torched by him for about 55 points?
Well, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
I'm just asking as a broadcast journalist. Gurrier, well read by Allen. Instead, 34 seconds left. This could be a 2-for-1 for Winnipeg. Not that time. Anderson with the interception. Kick out. A solid from the flats. Rebound. Gurrier poked up in the air. Warren can't get to it. And a sea of hands. Somehow Winnipeg will get out of that jungle of arms. Allen transition. There he is, up and over, and will go to the free throw line once again. 14.1 left on this game clock.
You know, listen, the Alliance may think they're staying vertical, but again, Teddy Allen is too crafty, too good of a scorer. He's good. That's definitely a foul, no matter how vertical it was. Jalen Anderson was going to the side, and good scorers know how to create contact and get themselves to the free throw line. I will always preach that drawing fouls is a skill. That's what it is. Great scorers know how to put the ball in the basket.
And there is Francois Briette having a quick chit-chat as he goes over a few things here. And we forgot to mention the crew chief is Jason Steele.
Yes.
Yannick Payette and Briette are the umpires today.
Yes.
So
3 officials that I know quite well.
They don't know you, you know them. Is that what you're trying to say, Dwight? It's like by association, I know LeBron James. I don't know, right?
That is true. That's a good point.
No.
Touche.
But right now, with 14.1 left, timeout call, 49-48 lead for Montreal over Winnipeg. You would imagine with the shot clock now off, Montreal plays for the last shot. At minimum, if they squeeze it down to the final second, they'll have the lead of 1. What's the game plan now for Montreal on this final possession?
Well, you know, Jermaine Small definitely wants to go into halftime with some form of momentum, which is why he called the timeout here. Wants to draw up a play. You want to give your team a chance to get an offensive rebound now. You definitely want to get the final shot of the quarter before the half, but at the same time, you wouldn't mind giving your team a chance by getting an offensive rebound. by getting a shot up.
So the talking point has been rebounding, Dwight, and you see the war on the boards has been quite exceptional for both teams.
Yes, well, both teams right now, again, it is pretty evenly matched. Have only given up 3 or 4 offensive rebounds to each other, so they're doing a very good job by finishing possessions by corralling the rebound. It's very paramount, especially on the side of the Alliance, to finish possessions by grabbing rebounds, because again, I've said it time and time in the first half, the Sea Bears average close to 100 points per game. You do not want to give a team as proficient offensively as the Sea Bears any second chance opportunities to increase on that average.
Well, right now, the physical drills, Teddy Allen has been absolutely on point so far. He's on 19 points. He's got 19 of the 48 of Winnipeg in this first half of play. Meanwhile, you look at Javon Freeman-Liberty, only 6 points, but Quincy Gurry leading the way with 9 points.
You look at the percent, I don't know if this is correct or not. If you look at the percentages right now for the Alliance, they're shooting 59% from 2. Winnipeg, 75%. I don't know if that's right.
Well, you assume it's correct. Freeman-Liberty, 3 left on the clock. At the deck. Rebound, and that will... It counts.
It's definitely going to count, Mo.
Confirmed.
Yes.
It looked like it was when the backboard lights came on. I thought it was late. And here is the eye of the sky here, Dwight, if that is good or not.
So here it is. Javon Freeman-Liberty gets the ball up. The ball is tapped. And I believe it is a good call by the official. I was keeping my eye on the red light around the backboard. I believe the ball was tapped. If he had corralled the basketball, talking about Osawe, it wouldn't have counted. But let's see what Jason Steele, Francois, and Yannick, they're in a huddle right now. Let's see if the ball counts.
And the forensic finish by him. And that will not count. See,
Right.
Mocon's eyes don't fail him sometimes, and I was right about that. Let's go down to Covino Doro, who's now with Davion Warren of the Montreal Lions. Covino, take it away, please.
So, Davion, you're here in Montreal for your first game with the Alliance. How are you feeling after that first half?
I feel good. I feel like we got a really good team, even though this is my first game, first couple of days. I know the record don't really show how good this team is, but we're a really good team.
Chemistry was something that people were thinking might not be there, but you guys look in sync. How is that?
Just a bunch of unselfish guys. I mean, we want to win. That's most important. You got a bunch of talented guys that want to win, you'll do well.
And going into half, what are you telling the team?
Just keep our foot on their neck. I feel like it's another level we can get to. Let's try to find that level. With us being new, let's try to get to that point.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Mo, back to you.
Thank you, Covino. I think Davion Warren might have a bit of an added personal touch. Coming up, halftime here at halftime. Montreal up by a score of 49-48 over Winnipeg. You're watching CBL live on CBC Gem, YouTube, CBL Plus, and listening on TSN 690. Halftime, Alliance 49, Sea Bears 48.
Trying to jumpstart this offense for Saskatoon. Looking inside. 5 on the shot clock. Dunn Martin, pocket pick, Tynes back the other way. The steal and the score. Tynes lays it in. The ends going nuts, and a timeout on the floor.
Tynes with his 3rd steal of the game. Already making a case for CEBL Defensive Player of the Year. That's his early bid.
The top shot.
And missed 3, and rebound from Bukar. CC about to come in for Ottawa for the first time, along with Trent Johnson. And bench team that's skying up there was Fudge. And here is Fudge. Here is Harmon. Transition 3. Splash. A hat-trick of 3, and now they're up by 9.
Inside 10 on the shot clock. East trying to slide, almost had it picked off, and it was Boucard in transition up to Freeman-Liberty. He tosses it back, and Johnson throws it down. Welcome to the Circus Act, the Alliance on center stage.
Lions playing great defense on the basketball.
During their last game against Brampton, and hopefully this time they finish with a win.
Spinning move from Love. Big block by Fudge. See the top left corner of your screen. Target score is 90.
And it's wasting no time when there's a big slot for Trey Townsend. The former Arizona Wildcat, saying, no, sir.
Williams. Freeman Liberty in the corner. Up top. Osawe. Nice spin inside. Oh, Keon Ambrose Hilton swats that down. Rim. This place would have erupted.
Yeah, you got Ambrose Hilton there from the weak side. Does a nice job, not just blocking it, but keeping the ball alive.
For the moments. Freeman Liberty. Watched by Coyote. Freeman Liberty, devour. Chuente, a pogo stick, showing his telescopic arms, and he sent that ball towards LaSalle, Quebec.
The attention that JFL is getting defensively. Here we see he feels that he's beaten KO off the dribble with Chuente right here with the emphatic block.
And they have enough athletes. Like David Walker is a great athlete to come into the game, and he's been pretty effective tonight.
Oh, and what a block by Jeremiah Tillman Jr. Get out of here, he says.
Talk about effective. That guy has put in a shift today. Holy smokes, both ends of the floor. That was a great block. He really, really timed it right. Second jump, made a nice play, and takes his time, waits, and then, yeah, second off the floor, which is really important in that situation.
Warren to the rebound, but stripped. Tim leaking down the floor, wants to hammer it down, but Teddy Allen says put that back in your tool belt. Right back down the lane, and Teddy doing it at both ends. That prompts a timeout called by Isaiah Fox.
Yeah, first bucket of the second half for Teddy Allen there. That's been the key for the Mamba.
Tough catch, barreling, great defense, active hands, up the court to Mutabazi, right to the cup and just chased down, swatted aside, Trey King the third.
He looked over his shoulder and that was probably a mistake. Slowed down a little bit and great defensive stop, so we'll see again. These last 3 minutes are really the statement that both teams want to make going into the second half. And
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
All right, welcome back here to Verdun at halftime. Montreal up by a score of 49-48 over the Winnipeg CEBL. Kubino Doro, Dwight Walton, Mo Khan. All right, Dwight, let's dive into the highlight pack that we have here. And it was a lot of fouls, but it picked up late in the first half towards
a lot of fouls. Here's Matthew Hildebrand showing that he's not only a player that plays on the interior, could definitely make shots from distance right there for the first shot of the game from Javon Freeman Liberty, scoring a shot from downtown. There's Teddy Allen because of his prowess behind the three-point line. He got a shot up with Hildebrand with a nice tap in with the left hand. And there's McGowan, who's had his fun also in the first half, finding a streaking Tillman Jr. with the finish right there. McGowan's getting 2 feet in the paint. Tillman finding Balamu, in the short corner with a nice little layup there. There's David Walker going strong to the basket. And newly acquired Ant Nelson with the block. Javon Freeman Liberty finding Nelson in transition, finding the streaking Quincy Guerrier with the one-handed flush. And here's Teddy Allen using his composure, taking his man off the dribble, finishing softly over the top. There's Ant Nelson once again getting to his strong hand, finishing with the left hand. And here's Teddy Allen, end of the shot clock. Let me have this dance. Gets fouled going to the free throw line. The newly acquired Davion Warren finding Quincy Guerrier to the line, and Jalen Anderson, who came in late in that first half, knocking down a short corner three. And there's a newly acquired Warren from the Winnipeg CEBL, making a nice soft left-handed finish over the top.
Well, stat-wise, Winnipeg would be happy with the field goal numbers, but the three-point number has been very mundane for them, 9% so far. But free throw numbers huge for Montreal, 11 made so far. But really, it comes down to free throws and those key shots being made in the second half.
Well, I thought it was a misprint on the score sheet, but both teams from the two-point range are shooting astronomical percentages. The Alliance at 59%, and the CEBL are at 75% from two. What's bringing those percentages down to mundane 50% and 52% for each team are the three-point percentages. 1 for 11 for Winnipeg, 4 for 12 for the Alliance.
Stay tuned. This young boy's having a lot of fun. He's hoping to see Montreal win this game. You're watching CBL live on TSN 690, CBC Gem, YouTube, and CBL Plus.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
All right, sticks in the middle. Can I join you guys? All right, let's go.
Whether it's on the ice or on our app, always play for the fun of the game. Gamble responsibly with Play Alberta.
CA.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands. Oh, what a block from behind.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Welcome back to Verdun. Let's go down courtside. Corbino Door with Coach Rambo of the CEBL.
So, Coach Rambo, what did you like about that first half?
I mean, I think I'm more concentrated on some things that we need to clean up. I thought we gave the ball away way too many times for points. Thought we didn't get back in transition. Thought our shot quality could have been better. And I thought that Montreal was a little bit tougher than us for spurts of that half.
With everything you just said, what are you expecting from your team on how to respond to everything you just said?
Yeah, we got to respond and have a little bit of grit. We got to play with some toughness, and we got to understand that we're on the road and nothing's going to be easy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back to you, Mo.
Safe to say Winnipeg was not happy with that first half display.
It's pretty. He was concise, talking about Coach Rainbow, and not very happy. I expect a better effort from his CEBL in the second half.
Let's take a look at the highlights here. Teddy Allen and Javon Freeman-Liberty. And right now, it's been one-way traffic of Teddy Allen points.
Well, listen, I understand that. Listen, Teddy Allen is Teddy Allen. He's going to get his. The ball has energy. It's always going to find him. He's going to get his shots with us here. So here's Allen right here. It's a full repertoire on display here. Right here, he misses the shot from the corner, but Hildebrand with the nice left-handed finish right here. Then here he is in transition with the steal, showing some defense. And of course, he's definitely going to finish the shot in transition. Right there, he does get beat off the dribble by Boucard defensively. But here, again, in transition, his specialty, using the rim to his advantage. Offensive rebound right there. Clean up on aisle 3. Nice, strong finish on the interior. And there he is, doing what he does best, getting the ball in the paint and scoring, and then finding here a cutting Balamu for a nice right-handed finish, then sizing up the rookie, creating contact, and getting to the free throw line. Full display right here he is, right here, up against the shot clock, one-on-one against Guillaume Boucard. Creates contact once again. Great offensive players always get to the free throw line.
And the counterpoint, Javon Freeman Liberty in this first half.
Here's Freeman Liberty right there, early with the miss. And here he is, bailing out his team at Osawe. Didn't have anything on the inside. Long distance 3 to start off the game. There he is, manipulating, lost the ball right there. He had a couple of turnovers early in that first half, creating contact right there, and then get it to the free throw line, where I believe he had one missed free throw in that first half. Sizing up Cheney defensively, finding a streaking Guerrier for the two-handed flush, and here, two-man game, and then, of course, the defender sizing up, squaring him up, creating an offensive foul. So it was an up-and-down half for Javon Freeman Liberty, but he's too good of a basketball player and too important for the Alliance to not put his imprint here on the game in the second half. Let's see if he can do a better job.
And one player who's had a good game is Quincy Guerrier, and what he's done so far today, Dwight. Look at his numbers so far in this game. He's done 9 points on 4-7 shooting, 4 assists. So he's produced a lot of points, 22 points to be exact here. And here he is, flying through the air, doing some damage.
Well, right there, offensively again, you don't have to get your feet square. As long as you take the body blow, it's going to be offensive foul. A couple of unfortunate calls right there for Guerrier early, but there was the block by the newly acquired Ant Nelson. JFL finding Nelson in transition with finding a streaking Quincy Guerrier with a nice one-handed flush right there. There's JFL once again finding Quincy Guerrier from the dunker spot. Two-handed flush, and here on the interior where Quincy Guerrier has had a lot of success tonight early in the game, and then nice defensive rebound, finding a streaking Davion Warren, who got 2 birds in the air and finished softly off the glass. And right there, steal in the half court, Quincy once again finishing at the rim. So one of the keys coming into the game for the Alliance was for somebody else to step up offensively other than Javon Freeman Liberty. Quincy Guerrier so far is one of the others to have a good first half.
Well, we are 20 down with about 10, 14 or more minutes and target time left here. When Montreal leads at halftime, they are 2-1. Winnipeg, when they're trailing at half, they're 1-1. And remember, Dwight, their 3 road losses have been by 4 points or less, and they're down by 1. And don't forget, the Eastern Conference game is presented by Lotto Max. And right now, Winnipeg will look to hit the lottery tonight if they come away with the victory here on this Eastern swing of games on the road trip.
Well, you heard Coach Small in the pregame interview with Quibino Oduro talking about because of their start to the season and because there's only 24 games in the season, every game pretty much from here on out for the Alliance is like a Game 7. It's paramount that the Alliance stop their 3-game losing streak. Let's see what happens here in the second half.
Tillman Jr. back with Hughes second on him. And here is Tillman Jr. again. Early days of the second half between Winnipeg and Montreal. Guerrier is on Allen. McGowan's had a fabulous first quarter, quiet second quarter. McGowan's rebound right back to Nelson the other way. And Montreal looks to extend its lead. And now it is Freeman Liberty against Hillebrand. Going in, denied. Repelled by the length of Winnipeg's defending.
Second defender came over to squeeze off Freeman Liberty. Nice block shot by Hildebrand.
Winnipeg gets about 4 blocks a game. That's their second block of the day. Allen stopping, popping. An absolutely genius move by him. He is a good operator of the ball in his hand.
Good initial defense from Ant Nelson. Simply better offense by the 27 per game scorer, Teddy Allen.
Nelson trying to go up in the gear. Here is Freeman Liberty in gear. Splash and 1.
That is definitely what you want to see from Javon Freeman Liberty. Teddy Allen is the go-to player for the Sea Bears. It's time for Freeman Liberty to step up. Here he is taking the pass from Matt Nelson. And as the three goes up, Balamu being called for the foul on Michael Hughes, I believe. Let's see if the 4-point play could be converted for the Alliance.
Well, if they do so, that would give the Alliance a 3-point lead. Their biggest lead has been 4, which was a 49-45. And Winnipeg, their biggest lead has been 6 when they were up 25-19.
The Alliance are making their free throws tonight. This is how you keep yourself in games and give yourself a chance as we approach target score time later on in the fourth quarter.
12 of 14 from the line so far, and Montreal's up by 3. 8:42 left in this third quarter play. McGowan's. Here's his floater. Rebound, reload. Hillebrand. McGowan's again, and now he'll slow down the flow. Against Gurry, dancing, looking, releasing. And a rebound from Freeman Liberty into the hands of Hughes second, and back up to Nelson to go.
The Alliance have done a good job to start this half defensively.
Not that time. And now it is a 4-on-2, making it a 3-on-2. Hillebrand will slow it down to McGowan's again. And the Euro, the bounce. And this will be free throws, and the contact results in free throws for the CEBL.
Michael Hughes might have beaten McGowan's to the spot, but I believe there's a little move at the end by Hughes defensively. We'll see it right here. Yes, he definitely doesn't take it square in the chest to try to take the charge. Hughes sort of moved to his left. The contact wasn't flush. Correct call. Two free throws right now for McGowan's.
And here is Allen at McGowan's at the line. He's 1 of 1 so far, shooting this year 88%. Don't forget, bring your crew and experience game day like never before. Get your Montreal Alliance tickets by scanning the QR code or visiting alliancemontreal.ca/tickets. Next game Sunday against Edmonton.
2 free throws made right there by McGowan, sort of stemming the tide early here in the third quarter. Let's see what the Alliance have to offer offensively.
Montreal back on serve. Here is Freeman Liberty on the switch with Hillebrand. And another whistle, and we have a bit of wrestling going on. This will be a foul on Winnipeg, and just like the first quarter, this third quarter has been start and stop. It's been a slow grind in this matchup.
Michael Hughes right there is trying to impose his presence on the interior. Unfortunate for Balamu, got caught holding Hughes as he was battling for position, forcing him to the bench.
And now back over to Hughes second. Here is Nelson from the 45, Gurrier. And a rebound back out to McGowan's again. 7:50 left in this third quarter play. Winnipeg down by 1. Winnipeg stripped by Nelson. Timed that well on the defending of the basketball.
Unfortunate, right? Well, excuse me, fortunate for at Nelson right there. McGowan's rejected the screen, but good hands defensively by the Alliance, giving him a chance to reset.
Backdoor Tillman Jr. Winnipeg back up 1. That is no risk basketball at its finest.
Basketball 101. Great play call under the basket, but you don't want to see the Alliance give up that easy too.
It was delicate but deadly by Tillman Jr. Nelson dancing against Hillenbrand in the lefty, and that is picture book for him.
That was simply, let me have this dance one-on-one with the entire CEBL defensively at Nelson, showing off the skills right there.
Post play, Tillman Jr. facing up, jab step. Using his deltoids, open. Extra pass, another protractor, cross, looking. Here's Hillenbrand from the 45. And the rebound back to Gurrier, and Montreal back on the front foot, up by 1, south of 7. And they'll slow down the flow and get things reorganized. Freeman Liberty. Backdoor, Osawe, and he was erratic, and he's called for the travel, and that was a misunderstood possession for the Alliance.
If you're the Alliance, you would much prefer have a dead ball turnover than rather a live ball turnover, allowing this high-powered offense of the CEBL to get in transition.
Well, at least nothing for the Alliance. It goes back to Winnipeg, and they could regain the lead again. There has been 21 lead changes in this matchup today, Dwight.
Trey Scott coming in for Tillman Jr., who really hasn't had the effect that I thought he would have in this game. There's plenty of time left for that to happen. But right there, Coach Reynolds favoring Scott over Tillman Jr. right now.
And Johnson in for Hughes second. Here's Cheney. Here is Allen. Allen trying to make a meal of the Alliance on this Friday night. He's done so in the first half. He's been wonderful. He's hitting at the logo with 8 left in the shot clock for the CEBLs. For 3. And Hillenbrand can't get to it. Recovered by the Alliance by Osawe. Winnipeg now 1 of 13 from long range. Osawe will calm it down. The heartbeat now a little bit relaxed for the Alliance. Nelson, corner pocket, Freeman Liberty, and back door. Osawe was out of the picture and came back in the picture on that finish.
At Nelson with excellent vision right there, finding Osawe for the two-handed flush. At Nelson showing his repertoire early in the third quarter.
That is assist number 16 for the Alliance. They hit about 20 a game. Both teams in the top 3 in dimes per matchup. Allen for 3. And they're now 1 of 14. And they were caught in 2 minds. The alley. And the finish by Scott. And this ends up being a field goal in a different way.
You can see the frustration on Coach Small for the Alliance right there. Trent Johnson had a beat on the layup on the rebound, but both players miscommunication right there.
Snapped away. Here's Allen. He is starting to fizz. Allen. And the rebound in the hands of the Johnson-led Alliance. Now is Gurry. He will go on his bite, and he is fouled. And Gurry is slow to get up. Fouled by Scott with 5:15 left in this third quarter play.
Quincy Guerrier right there, definitely putting his shoulders down. Felt that he had the advantage in transition, creating contact, getting to the free throw line.
And here is the last highlight of Guerrier going towards the rim.
He saw Scott right there on the wing. Definitely finds Scott out of position defensively, creates the contact. Let's see if he can now add to the percentage of 31% from the free throw line.
And for all the Winnipeg fans out there, catch all the exciting basketball from the Canada Life Center in downtown Winnipeg as part of the CEBLs summer. Pick up your tickets by visiting cbears.ca/tickets or scan the QR code. And if you tell Joey Slattery you know Mo Khan, he might give you a pat on the back. And right now, a pat on the back on the missed free throw by Winnipeg on that chance for Montreal.
The issues continue for Quincy Guerrier from the free throw line.
It's heart and mouth moment for him at the line. Cross back with it, kick out. Scott from the corner pocket. And that has been a big issue for the CEBLs. It's been a pandemic for them to try to hit a three-pointer so far in this matchup. They had 18 last night, only 1 tonight. Boucard, kick out. Johnson thought about it. They'll fancy the attack. Guerrier from the flats. And that's in for 3, and Montreal now up by 4.
Quincy Guerrier, for whatever he can't do at the free throw line, makes up for it with the short corner 3.
Cheney. Tillman Jr. can't get to it. Here is Nelson behind the back. He's on his horse. Kick out. Guerrier!
And Nelson with the excellent dribble skills in the open floor, finding a streaking Quincy Guerrier for the one-handed slam.
And that is the biggest lead for Montreal at 6. Scott. And he can't calm the audible happiness of the Alliance. And Guerrier is down on the ground, and he's holding his tummy with 4:04 left in this third quarter play. And you have to hope now the concern for all Montreal fans is the health of Quincy Guerrier.
Well, right now, I know it's only a 6-point deficit, but you can feel the momentum swinging in the Alliance's direction. We got to remember, Winnipeg played last night. Let's see if it can pay dividends.
Right now, Montreal's on a high. They're up by 6. You watch CBL Live on CBL Plus, CBC Jam, YouTube, and listening to TSN 690. Montreal up by 6. 4:04 left in this third quarter.
You don't just feel your body. You feel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
Welcome back to Verdun. Let's go down to Auditorium with the Winnipeg huddle update.
I talked to Coach Rambo during the intermission. He talked about how he wanted to see how his team would respond. They're down by 6, and in this timeout, he was talking about how they need to be more aggressive on offense and get to their spots to score some buckets. That was the message in that timeout. Let's see how they respond. Mo?
Thank you so much, Kabina. Right now, they're 1-16 from three-point range. Here is Warren on the byline, shooting 44% so far today are the Seabirds. Warren. And a rebound to Tillman Jr.
Right there, Warren definitely felt that he had the advantage over Krause. I believe he was a little bit overzealous right there.
Right on cue he was.
Yeah, and they're definitely defensively overzealous as well. Not a very good offensive and defensive possession right there for Davion Warren.
And McGowan's come back in for Trayvon Scott. No subs for Montreal as they get things organized here with 3:47 left. Dwight Walton, Kubino, Dora, Mo Khan. 6-point lead. Here's McGowan's back with it.
Right now, the two newly acquired players for the Alliance, along with Trent Johnson in the lineup.
McGowan, kick out, open, cross. 1-17.
That's ultimately been the difference so far in this game. 1 for 17. Very not a good percentage for 3.
Nelson, that'd be a nice for cross. And the finish not there. Allen on the cleanup. And Allen now is on his spike. One-on-one with Warren. They know each other very well. And that time is proof of the DNA that Teddy Allen has as a score. Bukar in for 2. Transition defense non-existent.
That was one of the concerns for Coach Reynaud going into halftime right there. Guillaume Boucard using the rim to his advantage. Nice reverse layup.
And Boucard now up to 8 points. McGowan's twice so far in this second half. He's still looking to get himself going in the second half. And here it is, and there it is. Nothing more than that.
Excellent individual defense right there by Boucard. Up against the clock with Teddy Allen, forcing a long shot.
Warren, pirouetting, whistle. McGowan's asking where is the foul on that, and he will plead his case to no avail.
Definitely grabbed, talking about McGowan's right there on the rip-through move. There's Ant Nelson finding Warren, who definitely, and then you see the grab at the end right there. McGowan's on the wrist. The correct call from the official.
McGowan's only has 2 points since the first quarter of this game here, Dwight. So if you're Jermaine Small, you're happy that you've taken out one supply line of points, but really the head of the snake has been hissing and silking his way through.
Without question, we're seeing, again, whether it's in the half court or transition, Teddy Allen's going to get his right now. Listen, McGowan's is going to, he'll be heard from before this game is out for sure.
Warren, 76% from the line from Texas Tech. He might be a little bit disappointed because the Red Raiders lost in the softball finals to Texas yesterday.
The one thing the Alliance definitely can be proud about, the Seabears scored 117 points last night. They only have 58 right now, close to the end of the third quarter.
And still will be at 58 for the moment. Warren with the interception. Cross on him, and now 2:15 left in this third quarter. Warren with the Euro. Warren. And going up in the air was huge second, and he was hooked. And Tillman Jr. will be called for the foul, and again, bonus time for the Alliance with 2:09 left in this third quarter.
And this is what Coach Reynaud was talking about. The Alliance, he feels, have been out-toughing the Seabears, especially on the glass right there. Michael Hughes going aggressively to the glass. Tillman felt that they were both battling for it, and now Tillman Jr. once again goes to the bench in favor of Trey Scott right here. But I'm sure Coach Reynaud will try to address with his players, with his team, that the Alliance right now are taking the fight to them.
So Hughes II is on 3 points. He only had 4 and 3 against Ottawa. Earlier this year, he scored 10 points or more 4 times in the game, had 7 rebounds or more 4 times a game. He was quite the force, but right now he's been neutralized the last 3 or 4 games.
Well, again, Michael Hughes has to play through whatever he's played through, whether it's confidence, whether it's fatigue, whatever the case may be. He needs to be a force inside for the Alliance.
Biggest lead of 8 for the Alliance. 1:58 left in this third quarter of play. Hildebrandt. What do they have in their bag of tricks? And right now, the bag of tricks does not give them anything from beyond the arc. 1 of 18.
Definitely having a poor shooting night from distance, but the reality is this team could score in bunches. So far, so good for the Alliance, and they must keep it up to secure this victory.
Very twitchy game for them. High-low, Boucard, and away comes Winnipeg, and here's Allen going back into the plus territory.
Clean steal by Cheney on the low tag.
Allen, no look from the corner pocket. Finally, a 3 cross, second of the day for the Sea Bears, and that is a poem shot by him.
And that's what I'm talking about, Mo. All they need to see is one shot go in from distance. That this team here can score in bunches and see what happens here.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Freeman Liberty back with it. A minute left. Here is Warren's 3. Overcooked. Huge second cleanup from number 2.
There's Michael Hughes doing what he did to start the season off. Nice offensive rebound, strong finish.
And backdoor, Hildebrandt. He was the highlight on the CEBL app when he opened it up, and the same one shows up here in Montreal.
Armani Cheney was losing his balance, but luckily for him, he found Hildebrandt under the basket for a nice two-handed finish.
5-point lead, 32 seconds left in this third quarter. Freeman Liberty. And he will corkscrew his way through for free throws. And you talk about this game bubbling up, and this operator points has been fabulous. And here is the last 3 from Winnipeg.
Here's Armani Cheney, as I said, right there taking JFL off the dribble. Almost lost his balance, but luckily for him, Johnny on the spot was Hildebrandt, catching it with 2 hands and finishing as all big men should, finishing strong with the dunk.
Jalen Anderson about to come back in for the Alliance. No subs line up for the Sea Bears. And you have to think now for Davion Warren if they'll give him a respite. And you hear the fans echoing the free throw numbers, not going in favor of the Alliance right now.
Well, they do understand, for the fans that come out to these games, they understand that the Alliance definitely leave points on the board of the free throw line. Feeling pretty anxious right now.
Under 64% per game. Boucard goes off. Anderson comes back in. 28.3 left, so Winnipeg could play for the last shot.
I think Jermaine Small wants to see if Jalen Anderson can bring the same magic that he brought at the end of the second quarter.
And there's about a whistling right now, and Warren. And
Jason Steele, they almost got caught with 6 players on the floor right there. I think Jason Steele gave the Alliance a little bit of a break by not giving them a technical foul.
It appears that Davion Warren's size 13 were on the court.
That is correct.
As he's walking off. If they're size 11.5,
that's right.
It'd be okay. 14 left on the big clock, 10 left on the small clock. Cheney. Here's Allen. Freeman Liberty on him. 2 left in the game clock. And that was not good. And here comes Freeman Liberty at the death. And Plankton does not go through. At the end of 3, Montreal 69, Winnipeg 63. You're watching CEBL Live on CEBL Plus, CBC Gem, YouTube, and listening on TSN 690. After 3, Montreal up by a score of 6. Safety for fourth quarter action from Verdun, Quebec.
You don't just feel your body, you feel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster juice. Fuel for what's next.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team's score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
Welcome back to Verdun. Let's go down to Auditorium with a student of the game here at the Alliance home game.
So Mo, Dwight, you know today is the student game, right? So I decided to find a student and interview him. I'm here with Eric, who is representing the John Molson School of Business Sports Marketing crew. What are you studying? When are you graduating? And what are you hoping to get out of all that?
Yeah, so I'm studying in marketing. I'm graduating in a week, so I'm right there. And I'm hoping to work in sports. That's really my dream, is to work in sports.
If you could choose what sport you want to work in, what sport would that be?
That's an easy question. For me, personally, Canadian football is my favorite sport of all time. That's where I want to work.
What's your favorite CFL team then?
The Alouettes. The Alouettes, yeah.
So do you think the Alouettes are going to win the Grey Cup this year?
Oh, I know. I know they're going to win it.
Oh, you're predicting it?
Oh, yeah, I am. No, 100% they're going to win. Yeah.
So, congratulations on your graduation. I hope that you end up working in the CFL. But we have to talk. At the halftime, you were part of that three-point competition, right? And I saw what you did. You hit shots and you hit 8 air balls. You hit the rim once, and then the last shot you took went behind the net. What was going on in your head when you were shooting?
Yeah, so I genuinely thought that every shot I was making was money. When it left my hand, I thought it was going to go in. And every single time it wouldn't. And I just wasn't able to adjust at all. I celebrated hitting the rim like I hit the shot. I was telling the mascot, I said, I hit the rim, I hit the rim. I was very proud of that.
Thank you very much and good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
So Mo, this student right here is probably going to work in sports, but he will definitely not be playing for the Alliance. Mo?
C's get degrees. I lost my prop bet with this kid hitting 1 rim shot.
Quavita with the shots. Wow.
Yeah, you threw him on the bus. Montreal are on the bus. And here comes Osawe leading the bus line through for the hammer blow. Montreal with the lead after 3. They're 2-0. Winnipeg, they're 0-1 when they trail after 3.
The Alliance have done a terrific job defensively tonight so far.
Rebound, Nelson. Montreal up by 8.
Remember, the Sea Bears scored 117 points last night. They currently have 63 with 9 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, and their Coach Reinhold right there up in arms with a defensive foul being called on McGowan's in transition.
Rambo not happy about that.
Definitely
and
not.
It was a hot day outside. It's starting to get hot inside with 9:05 left in this ball game. Again, we're about 4:05 away from target time.
Here's where the Alliance need to take advantage of a team that played last night in Ottawa. Up 8, 9 minutes to go.
The Seabears, Leggy. He was the second using his deltoids. To the right, to the left, and he's fouled. And we talk about physical wear and tear, but also it can be the mental wear and tear playing back-to-back nights as you see the foul accumulation continue to picking up here in favor of Montreal against Winnipeg.
And adding on to the frustration of the Sea Bears, they feel they're getting the short end of the stick from the officials, but it is the correct call right here, as during the replay, Coach Reinhold from Winnipeg picks up a technical foul, just adding on to the frustration. So it's a possible 3-point possession right here, with Osawe taking the first of the 3 free throws for the Alliance.
So Osawe trying to hit the first one, which has been a difficult ask of the Alliance from the line. And that is completed. The temptation of these free throws have not gone according to plan. Now Hughes is second at the line for the Alliance.
These free throws are key. Now Hughes is going to the line for 2 free throws. And now a second technical foul. This is really frustrating now for Teddy Allen, as this could be a possible 4-point possession for the Alliance.
I guess.
And Teddy Allen now has to be very careful, because if he gets a second one, he's going to be tossed.
I guess Oprah's in the house today.
You get a T. You get a T. That's how it is right now.
And right now, the Alliance are up 10. That's the biggest lead for them. And for the Sea Bears, they're losing a bit of the vice grip that they had in this matchup to the Alliance.
Now, let's see. Now that the Sea Bears have voiced their frustrations from their head coach and their best player, let's see if the whistle swings in the Sea Bears' favor as we approach target score time 5 minutes from now. Let's see if the whistle definitely swings their way.
Right now, it's a frustrated outfit, the Winnipeg Sea Bears. They've been off balance at the start of this fourth quarter. Montreal scored 4 without clock elapsing, which is good news for them. They're up by 12. Now, can the Sea Bears pull off maybe the great escape in this Mission Impossible series? And Allen will go to the line. So the politicking works in favor of Winnipeg, and now he will go to the line.
Well, Teddy Allen, first of all, he vented his frustration, got the technical foul, and the smart offensive and experienced player that he is, put his head down, putting the onus on the official to make a call. Here's Teddy Allen getting the ball offensively and creating contact with Osawe, with Hughes coming over, but the correct call was made. Put the onus on the official to swing the whistle into your favor.
And Allen hitting the first free throw, and he's up to 24 points in this game. You think about right now, Dwight, Teddy Allen has hit a third of the points for Winnipeg. They have not had anyone else. And it was McGowan for the first quarter. And McGowan's has been a spectator since then.
Well, one of my keys to coming into the game, I guess the script has been flipped. We talked about the others for the Alliance, the others for the winner, for the Sea Bears have to step up with Teddy Allen.
And a rebound by Teddy Allen. It might be Teddy Allen at both ends of the court. 8:29 left. High-low Tillman Jr. No whistle call, play on we go. And now it is Freeman Liberty on his flight. Here's Hughes second, and this will be Montreal ball. And if looks can die right now from the Winnipeg bench, the body expression says it all.
Well, you know, it is frustrating. When you're the team that's trailing, you want some calls to go in your way. But right now, as frustrating as it is, the calls aren't going in their favor.
And that's going in their favor. Here's Cross with a 3 earlier. One-on-one. Denied. Open. Easy dunk for Scott on the cleanup.
Trey Scott right there with the easy dunk. And I believe Javon Freeman Liberty didn't get back in transition, so I believe somebody's coming in to take his spot right now.
4-0 run for the Sea Bears. Nelson jabbing his way through. High-low. Huge second. Artistic on the finish.
Let's see what's going on right here.
And there's a warning towards the Montreal bench. And here is a quick highlight of what happened before.
It is pretty clear right now for Ant Nelson and the Alliance. He feels that he can get past any one of his defenders, and once he gets 2 feet in the paint, he's either going to score for himself or find a teammate, as is the case right there with a cutting Michael Hughes II.
And the Alliance have been outboxing the Sea Bears in this game so far. And the Snobs in the second half has been three-point shooting the lack thereof for the Sea Bears. Allen, he can remedy that. Tillman Jr. too erratic.
Because of his inconsistent playing time, I believe Tillman Jr. is out of rhythm offensively.
Warren. And a rebound for Hildebrand the other way.
Foul issues for Tillman Jr. has definitely taken him out of rhythm for tonight's game.
The psychology of being down by double digits or single digits is huge for Winnipeg going to target time. Allen, Tillman Jr. open, cross for the 45. Cash, money, 2 triples for him. They're down by 7.
The three-point line being the ultimate equalizer. That's a huge shot by Krause.
Warren, better shot by him. Direct and purposeful by number 13.
The issues in transition for the Sea Bears continue. Right there, Davion Miller with the easy layup.
Allen on the switch with Gurry on him. Allen caught in 2 minds, recovers, and he was indeed caught in 2 minds.
Excuse me, I said Miller. His name is Davion Warren. Sorry about that. Again, the issues in transition continue. There we see Tillman Jr. getting caught under the basket, but Krause with a huge 3 right there, keeping the Sea Bears in this game as we approach target score time. And there's the aforementioned Davion Warren making the easy layup with the breakdown defensively from the Sea Bears.
Gurry fouled, and Montreal trying to add more damage to this deficit for the Sea Bears. And Billy Moo will come in for the Sea Bears. Hillenbrand will go off, no subs. Now Johnson coming in for the Lions, and he'll tag out Nelson for the moment.
Well, with the way the Sea Bears can score the basketball, It's a 9-point deficit right now for the CBears, but they want to keep it close as we're 2.5 minutes away from target score time.
Cheney, Scott, slashing, rebound Guerrier. And Montreal would love to get this back up 10 plus if they can do so before target. Guerrier, high bounce, low, high, spectacular, swashbuckling, Boucard on the finish.
So what's happening now, Mo, is that the CBears want foul calls. They feel it's been inconsistent on their end. So when they miss layups at the rim, they complain. They don't get back in transition. And right there, Guillaume Boucard just adds to the frustration with this layup, forcing Coach Reynolds to call a timeout to try to regroup his CBears players.
And here is the Cal Tire Cruise the game, and that is courtesy of Quincy Guerrier, who came in slashing for the dunk that he had.
At Nelson, finding a streaking Guerrier right there, keeping his eyes on the prize, which was Quincy Guerrier, coming down the lane, free with the one-handed finish.
And with that timeout call by Winnipeg, as you talk about it here, 6:08 left in the ballgame. We're at 2 minutes to change from target time. And for the Alliance, we'll see what they can do now if they can close out this game and get win number 3. Winnipeg trying to go 5-3. They're chasing Vancouver right now. And in the West is Vancouver and everyone else.
Well, listen, Kyle Julius, I've known him for quite some time. He's a Canada basketball alum. He runs a terrific program out there in Vancouver, spends his entire time there during the offseason, entrenches himself in the community, and I believe that just bleeds throughout the entire community and the franchise. And what they're doing, they're always going to have themselves in the mix at the end for the championship. And right now, Vancouver is the standard in the CEBL as far as I'm concerned.
After back-to-back road games, the Winnipeg CBears will make it home next Friday to host the Calgary Surge at the Canada Life Center. Tune in Friday, June 12th at 8 p.m. East, 7 p.m. Central to play the Surge on the Sunday as well. And meanwhile, for the Alliance, they'll be home for the next game, where they will host the Trey King-led Edmonton Stingers to wrap up the week of the CEBL Hoops. Tune in this Sunday, 4 p.m. East, 2 p.m. Mountain. We'll be here, Dwight, you and I. So no rest for the wicked, unlike...
I certainly hope so.
Well, everyone's getting weeks off here. We're just going out, man, pushing out games left, right, and center.
For me, basketball is life, and I'm thoroughly enjoying my life right now, being able to broadcast these games. It's not a job for me, and this is a lot of fun. It's a great time for me.
It's a job for me. It's a pleasure working with you, big man, and the last 5 years you've done. Cheney. Here's the hot hand. Cross going on the byline. Cheney from the center arc. And a rebound right back to Warren, and now it is Freeman Liberty back with it. And a little body check again, and unfortunately for Javon Freeman Liberty, the art of contact has not been on point today for him.
Initially, it was a great defensive stop by getting the defensive rebound. Quincy Guerrier was asking for the lob from JFL, but instead took his eyes off the ball, and right there, correct call, taking the charge in the chest. Let's see what the CBears can do offensively. Very, very important possession as we approach target score time.
Ideally for Winnipeg, they want to be single digits. Right now they're down by 11. Cross is 3. And a rebound for Nelson, and he will have that pickpocketed by Allen. One move too many, and Allen and 1. And that is a 5-point swing, perhaps maybe 6-point swing. And that is what you call stymieing by the CBears.
And if there's going to be a turning point for the CBears to get themselves back in this game and possibly win in target score time, remember this possession right here, where the Alliance got the defensive rebound. Ant Nelson fell asleep at the wheel, and if you're going to give a player like Teddy Allen a chance to score and take contact, that's what he does.
And now they're starting to chisel their way back in, down by 8.
The Alliance cannot sleep right now. An 8-point lead is nothing for the Winnipeg CBears.
Warren's jumper. They're back up 10. And you talk about him, he is a high-profile player on this Friday night.
I'm not sure if that's the shot that Coach Small wanted, but he'll take it. The result was positive for the Alliance.
Allen. Allen denied. Allen again. And Boucard pulls off that supply line. Opening, Cheney. He was caught too much. He went Ben Simmons on that finish, or lack thereof. Here is Warren. 4-point swing. Confirmed. Montreal back up by 12.
The issues continue for the CBears. Excellent defense on one end. Transition finish for Davion Warren.
Johnson. Here is Warren. Warren! And he has a heart and mouth moment right now on that missed dunk.
Quincy Guerrier once again wanted the lob from one of his teammates. Davion Warren, listen, he did the right thing. Only thing is he missed the layup, missed the slam dunk, but it was the right idea. But I believe Quincy Guerrier was open for a trail dunk right there, but now Warren and the Alliance got to make up for that by getting a stop as we're 36 seconds away from target score time.
Well, his blushes will not be spared on that missed dunk. Yeah, right now, by CEBL standards, Montreal is up by 12, which is a comfortable lead, but no lead is safe. Remember,
not against Winnipeg.
Scarborough came back against the Mamba in their home opener a couple weeks ago when they were down by 10 plus and won that game. And do they have it in them again? And that will be a whistle, and that will be a foul with 4:21 left in this ballgame.
What you want if you're Coach Small of the Alliance, instead of Warren going for the steal there, you want to make sure you contain defensively. Make sure you're balanced. Don't put your defense in a deficit by going for the steal. And right there, that foul has created an opportunity for McGowan's to cut into this 12-point lead for the CBears.
And they're down by 11. And with that, we'll see what they do next for Dwight. I mean, again, you'll love to get this as 10 or less, maybe 9 or less. And we'll see if they can do so.
Again, for a team as offensively potent as the CBears are, you do not want to give them any chance of cutting into this lead and giving themselves a chance to win. The Alliance want to end this 3-game losing streak. They have to pretty much play perfect right now. Be fundamental, be strong on both ends of the floor.
Osawe in, Johnson off. Warren at the controls of the ship looking for the killer pass. Warren, here is the pass. Here's Boucard. Finally, first simple at a key moment. Montreal up by 13.
Guillaume Boucard.
And there's a tech called on who?
Yeah, well, the technical foul is called on Davion Warren with the celebration. Well, here's Guillaume Boucard. You can tell the relief after he makes this shot in the corner. He puts both hands on the top of his head, saying thank you very much from the basketball gods. The three-point shot couldn't have come at a better time for Boucard, but Davion Warren with a technical foul right there, giving the CBears a chance to cut into the lead.
And Winnipeg's still hanging on here. They're hanging in the bar. They have not been thrown out of the bar yet. And with 4:06 left, we will be in target time territory. And you wonder now, did Montreal give a foul to, or you play it out?
No, they have to play solid defense right here. Yes, a foul doesn't hurt, but it puts them on the free throw line.
And right on cue, Dwight.
Well, the question you were asking me was, should the Alliance foul once this clock gets underneath the 4-minute mark? But they allowed McGowan's pretty much a straight line drive right there. And yes, Michael Hughes' hands came down and the contact was created by McGowan's. Let's see if he can cut into this lead as we approach target score.
We're not in target time yet, so Montreal does have a chance to maybe extend the lead, depending what Winnipeg does now from McGowan's on this free throw.
So I think what's going to happen, because Winnipeg only has 3 fouls, I believe once this ball goes, well, once they come across, you're going to see, I believe the coach will want a foul to stop the clock so the Alliance don't score on this possession.
We're going to lay the trap out for this next stoppage of play. Nelson going up, and he's fouled. And he will go to the line, so that will stop clock, and now we go to target time.
With 100%, but I think Coach Reinhold, listen, my strategy would have been to foul inside the 4-minute mark to stop the clock, to keep the lead at 11. But now the Alliance have a chance to increase the lead to 13 as we get into the target score time.
And here is Nelson trying to add an insurance policy, and that won't help.
Although they've done a better job tonight, free throws are going to be paramount for the Alliance from this game forward. They got to do a better job if they want to get wins in the win column.
Well, the insurance policy was missed. And at the end of this, we are now in target time. Montreal up by a score of 88-77. You're watching CBL live on CBL Plus, YouTube, CBC Gem, and listening to TSN 690.
Next bucket wins. Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama,
that anything can happen. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
Big players step up in big time. He is cooking.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands. Me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Welcome back, target time. Montreal, there it is, 97 points. Montreal, when they lead going into target, they're 2-0. Winnipeg, when they trail going into target, they're 1-2. Dwight, 97 is the number. Winnipeg needs 20 points. Montreal just needs 9.
Well, what the Alliance need to do, don't go for home runs. Take the best shot possible. It doesn't matter whether you make a 3 or a 2. Just make sure you get a good shot at the basket to allow you to get make or miss, to allow you to have balanced floor defensively in transition. Although the Winnipeg CEBLs need 20 points for this victory, you do not want to allow a team as good offensively as the CEBLs are to gain any kind of traction or momentum at this part of the game.
Montreal has 5 players at 11 points or more. The CEBLs, McGowan and Allen, combined for 43 points. And that is 43-77. McGowan's. And this goes back to Montreal, so one and done for the CEBLs on their opening possession of target.
Good start for the Alliance defensively. Let's see if they can capitalize offensively.
Montreal needs 9 to get to a score of 97. And here is Freeman Liberty. Can he get around 1? Gets around 1, trying to get around Tillman Jr. Here is Gurria against Hillenbrand. Assault away from the elbow. Kick out. Nelson's 3. Rebound Allen.
It's a good offensive set, but what that does, it was a good shot. They can get back in transition defensively.
Open transition 3. 6-point swing, and now it's an 88-8 lead.
Spoke too soon, bro. They somehow lost a man who shot the ball well from distance over the last 2 games in Matthew Hildenbrand.
And this goes back over to the Alliance. Here's Ant Nelson back over. Trying to get himself into this here. And that's a giveaway again. Here's Hillenbrand, and they are now starting to fist a little bit. Allen around Gurria, looking, and that's 5 points. But again, they're still down by 6, but need 15 for the win.
Excuse me, Simon Hildenbrand with the 3 on the initial possession, and there's Teddy Allen finishing strong at the goal, cutting this lead to 6 for Winnipeg, for the Alliance.
And right now it's been twitchy for the Alliance. They have not found the rhythm yet in target. Boucard looking, and that's swallowed up by the CEBLs. 3-on-2. McGowan, a hammer, timeout called by the Alliance. And just like that, in 3 blinks of the eye, 7-0 run for the CEBLs. And Montreal is twitching at the worst time possible.
As I've said, no matter the lead, no matter the score, you cannot give a team that averages close to 100 points per game any shot, any momentum at any time. There's the initial 3 from Simon Hildenbrand. That's 1 possession. There's Teddy Allen taking Quincy Guerrier strong to the goal. That's 5 points right there. There's Teddy Allen finding McGowan's in transition, forcing Jermaine Small to call the timeout to stop the momentum that the CEBLs have created early here in target score time.
And now a hefty chunk of those points that were being chased by Winnipeg has been achieved. And you have to think now, we'll see how this plays out. Let's go down to Campino Dora with a silent report of the Alliance bench.
So, Mo, I was listening in behind the Montreal Alliance bench, and Coach Jermaine Small was talking to his team about slowing it down and staying composed in this target score. And that message has to resonate with the team as the Winnipeg CEBLs have made a little comeback here in target score. Mo?
Thank you, Quabina. It's a little, but it might be big for the Montreal Eyes with the 7-0 run by the CEBLs, now holding on to a 4-point lead.
Well, it's definitely nervous time for the Alliance and their fans. It's a 4-point deficit. Now, of course, it is the first to 97, but when your team is on a 3-game losing streak, doubt starts to creep into your mind. Let's see how mentally tough the Alliance come out after this timeout.
Huge second. Here's Nelson. Could they get the first points to target in this situation? Warren. Slipping inside him. And this will be a foul on Winnipeg. And this is a blessing in disguise for the Alliance because they were literally in a cul-de-sac.
I was just about to say that. I don't know if Davion Warren could have been called for a charge here or for a walking violation. But again, they're getting the benefit of the whistle here. These are two crucial free throws for Warren here at the line in target score time.
Testify right now for Davion Warren at the line. And you have to imagine, Dwight, that handshake line will be quite interesting to watch Warren shaking the hands of the CEBL staff.
Well, I don't think Warren is concerned about that right now. He's concerned about getting a victory over his former team.
Montreal up by 6, needs 7 for the win. Winnipeg needs 13 for the win. McGowan, can he get going in this target time? Check out, corner pocket 3. Rebound right to Osawe.
Good defensive possession right there. Good look from Hildebrand in the short corner. Unfortunate for the miss.
Warren, and that was a miss by him.
You know, Davion Warren right now, he's smelling the blood. He wants to definitely get a victory over his former club.
He has given them a cold dose of target time reality. Open, Cross, he's hot. You see why. And now they're down by 5. Montreal needing 5 for the win.
That's why Krause is in the game. Excellent dribble penetration from McGowan's, getting 2 feet in the paint, finding Krause in the short corner.
Warren, and he was hugged. And again, the Winnipeg bench a little bit flustered by the calls going against them.
Ever since the timeout has been called, Mo, Davion Warren has definitely had his imprint on both ends of the floor in this target score time. Let's see if he can get 2 more crucial free throws as they get towards 97. There's Warren right there with the pass and then creating the contact for 2 free throws.
First one's confirmed. Montreal needing 2 more scores to win number 3.
The Alliance definitely have stemmed the tide, giving themselves some breathing room after the CEBLs cut the lead to 4, forcing Small to call a timeout. Nice response from the Alliance.
1 of 2, Montreal needing 2 scores. What do the CEBLs have in the bag of tricks? And a hip check right there. Kick out, Cross, Hildebrand thought about it and now will slow it down. Cross around the protractor. Here he is, McGowan's again. McGowan's around 1. And that is sent towards the 2 left in the shot clock. And that was a lot of passing, but nothing more than that.
I believe there was a foul that was missed at the top of the shot clock, but the referees allowed it to play on.
And a whistle, and we're going the other way. And Gary will come back in for the Alliance. And no subs for the CEBLs.
Correct call right there on Michael Hughes. Also, I believe a little bit of justice right there with the CEBLs getting the ball back. I believe a foul should have been called on the previous possession. So the CEBLs now have to take advantage of this opportunity offensively.
A deep breath, no nails for either CEBLs or Alliance fans. Hildebrand for 3. And a rebound for Bukal. And here comes Davion Warren and the Alliance.
The Alliance are fortunate right there. Strong side help with McGowan's finding Hildebrand, missing the 3.
And that will clank away. Winnipeg is 3 of 26 from 3. Montreal now 7 of 22 from long range. Teddy Allen, very quiet so far. Will he introduce himself? And the rebound Back over to Warren and the Alliance.
It's pretty clear that Davion Warren wants to win this game for the Alliance. You can see it in his eyes and his body movement.
Nelson back with it. Warren wants the ball. Nelson keeping the ball against Allen. Nelson, high low, and a hammer for Hughes the second with a rubber stamp dunk.
It's pretty clear that Nelson can definitely take his man one-on-one, get 2 feet in the paint, finish for himself, or right there, once again, finding his new teammate, Michael Hughes II, for a strong two-handed flush.
Montreal needs one more field goal for a win. Number 3, Winnipeg down to their last roll of the dice. They have to go perfect from here on in. 10-0 run required from them.
Alliance needs to get a stop and get the correct shot for the game-winning field goal to end this losing streak.
Up and over, and that's finished by Townsend.
How McGowan started the game, that's how McGowan is trying to keep the Sea-Bears in the game.
And now it is Davion Warren. Here's the second. Here's Boucard. Nelson dancing his way through. Dashing his way through. Dashing his way through. Putback not there. And Winnipeg back on the front foot again.
Good job by the officials. They want the players to finish this game, not by a call.
Switch of play. Here's Allen. Allen. And that will be a grind out 2-pointer for him. And now all of a sudden it's 6 required for Winnipeg, 2 for Montreal.
This is a crucial possession for the Alliance.
Warren. Play on we go. And Winnipeg can get this down to maybe a 1-score gap. Allen, interception. There's Boucard. One man to beat. Boucard. Warren. For Montreal, this has been a difficult spell. But a victory over one of the big hitters could raise the mood as they win 97-91 over the Sea-Bears.
You know that's got to feel good for the newly acquired Davion Warren, who was released by the Winnipeg Sea-Bears earlier this week. You know that feels good to give his new club, the Montreal Alliance, a victory, ending their 3-game losing streak.
And Montreal will improve to 3-4. Winnipeg would drop on this road trip to 2-4 away from home. They're now 4-4. And here is the highlight finish from Boucard to Warren.
There was the turnover. Guillaume Boucard with the steal, definitely warding off his defender in transition, finding the streaking Davion Warren, who definitely wanted to end that with a game-winning shot, and reminding the Sea-Bears what they lost earlier this week.
Well, for Winnipeg on this East Coast swing, they go 1-1, beating Ottawa yesterday and losing to Montreal tonight, 97-91 here from Verdun. They'll go home, week off before they play Calgary on a back-to-backer. Calgary's Friday and Sunday away. And Montreal will get Edmonton on Sunday, so we get Jordan Baker and the Stingers here on the weekend. And they'll have Brampton next Wednesday before they have a road-heavy June coming up here. So Montreal wins 97-91. We will go down to Cobrino Doro with the Booster Juice Player of the Game interview, and he will make his way onto the bodies now, and it appears that the Player of the Game, as Cobrino Doro waiting for Warren, as Warren will make his way through. And Warren is talking to Coach Buckley, and they'll have a quick chit-chat now with Cobrino Doro back-to-back. And here is Cobrino Doro with Davion Warren.
So, Davion, you hit the game winner. How good does that feel?
It feels good because just 3 days ago, I was wearing a Winnipeg jersey.
So what is this feeling like? What's going on in your head right now?
I'm just happy to be playing and somebody respect what I do and let me do it to a high level.
Montreal was on a 3-game losing streak before you got here. You're here now, end the losing streak. What does this all mean to you, hearing the fans cheer for you?
It means a lot. I told these boys at the end of the season I want to see the whole auditorium packed.
So that's the goal?
That's the goal.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mo, back to you. He wants to see the auditorium packed, and he's trying to make that happen.
Well, that could happen if they put on a string of wins here as they win 97-91 over the Winnipeg Sea-Bears, as the Alliance come up big at the end of this game here. And for Davion Warren, he finished with a respectable 23 points, leading the way for the Alliance, Dwight. and a pretty good day here. Stay tuned here. Coming up, we'll wrap it up. Montreal win number 3 for the Seabears. They dropped to 4-4. Stay tuned. From Verdun, we'll wrap it up from Verdun, Quebec.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
redtag.ca.
Score! Big savings on parking at YEG. Use promo code STINGERS to save 20% on airport parking with Jet Set Parking. Affordable parking just minutes from the terminal. Book online at jetsetparking.com/YEG and use code STINGERS to save. Level up your game. Jet Set Parking has partnered with Edmonton International Airport for their new loyalty program, YEG Plus. Jet Set Parking and YEG Plus, a winning way to start your vacation.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Great game today. There's Quincy Guerrier signing some autographs. And don't forget, this weekend, doubleheader action tomorrow. First, Scarborough welcome the Calgary Surge to the Pan Am Center Sports. Looking to sweep the 2-game season series tip-off at 7 p.m. East. Rod Black, Deshaun Stevens, and S are on the call. Then it is the Kelowna Hoop Fest as Saskatoon will play Vancouver and face off for the Prospera Place in beautiful Kelowna, BC. Festivities begin at 9 p.m. East, 6 p.m. Pacific with Andrew, Cheryl, and JP and Chris Wiggins bringing the sight and sounds from BC. And catch all the action on CBC Jam, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. Well, Montreal wins. They're on a happy Friday night. On behalf of Covino Doro, Dwight Walton, Mo Khan, wish you a great Friday. We'll see you Sunday, 4 p.m. tip. Edmonton, Montreal. We'll have that game here Sunday afternoon. This will be a good one. Stay tuned. We'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. We'll see you Sunday.